Bosse Field. I'm Dave Nguyen, along with my partner in crime, Bill McCune. Bill, how are we doing today?
It's a beautiful night for baseball, Dave, and welcome to Evansville, Otterville baseball here. And for our fans out there who are listening to us, they're going to be quite thrilled to have you as their announcer for the Otters. You've done a great job so far, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Bill, I really appreciate those words. So tonight is not only just opening night, it's the opening night of the 25th anniversary of the Otters. 25 years of Otters baseball, quarter of a century. Just give me some thoughts about what you think about that, Bill.
Well, 25 years for the Otters, and this will be my 15th year with the Otters. I come in here in 2003, and outside of a couple of years, 2008, 2009, actually, they're the only years I was part of the team, but I don't count it as a working year. But anyway, this will be your first, hopefully, and not your last.
Well, it's only a matter of time. I think you came here in 2003, you saw a championship in 2006, and then you waited 10 years after that as the Otters won the Frontier League Championship in 2006 and 2016. And you've seen some pretty special baseball players play here in Evansville.
Oh, yeah. In 2006, I was a coach, bench coach, and 2016, I was on the radio, and both years are quite memorable insofar as I got a beautiful ring each year. So hopefully, as I was telling one of the fans, and actually it was Preston's father and mother, that I hope we get another ring so I can give it to another grandchild.
Wouldn't that be something? If you get a ring, then I'd get one too, probably.
Well, that's true.
So for this year's Otters, they returned 12 of 24 players from last year's roster. And some of our fan favorites, Ryan Long leads the offense, playing third base tonight. From Crandall, Texas, the Texas Tech Red Raider. His grandparents are in town to see him play.
Yes, his mother, father, and the grandmother. Grandmother, oh boy, I started already. His grandfather. They're here from Chandler. It's an 11-hour drive, and they were nice enough. In fact, their grandfather's standing up now, and they were nice enough to say hello to me earlier today. And they're fans, I'll tell you that. Dave, you're gonna be thrilled to know that there are so many people out there and. In the United States, in fact, some even in Puerto Rico, listening to us, and they'll come and they'll say hello to you.
It's only a matter of time, and we feel really fortunate to do that. Ryan leads the offense. He led the Otters in home runs last year with 12. He batted .292 with over 50 RBIs, and he hopes to have another offensive season full of lots of more home runs, and hopefully another all-star selection. They're also our second baseman, David Cronin. He's back. He's going to be DH tonight. He's overcoming an injury, but manager Andy McCauley wants him to swing the bat tonight because he feels that he can still be effective. On the mound tonight will be Patrick McGuff, who played really well in his short time with the Otters last year. He was 3-1 in 5 starts with a 1.55 ERA, striking out 26 batters in 29 innings pitched. In July of last year, he was called up with the Reds, and he played the rest of his baseball career in 2018 in Dayton, Ohio, with the Cincinnati Reds organization. He looks forward to trying to get back into affiliated baseball, but he has been a really warm welcome to the Otters. He brings a veteran presence, and we're going to hear more from him as I interviewed him yesterday for the pregame interview. When we come back, we're going to hear from our starter tonight, Patrick McGuff. Again, this is Dave Nguyen. You're listening to Evan Otters Baseball on the Otters Digital Network and 91.5 WUEV.
The pizza brick road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The pizza brick road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the pizza brick road. Road down to Tyroni's. The pizza brick road.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the tri-state, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
McGuff, the Otters opening day starter. Dave Nguyen on the call. Patrick, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good to be back.
So being the opening day starter, how does that feel, as far as what you've accomplished? And obviously you want to get back into affiliated baseball, but what does it mean to be opening day starter?
It feels awesome. It's a nice confidence boost that Max and Andy, our manager Andy McCauley, it's good to feel that they believe in me as much as I try to believe in myself to make me the opening day starter. It means a lot.
So last season went for you pretty well. You had a 1.55 ERA and 5 starts, 3-1 record, and you were called up to the Reds organization by July. Now things haven't worked out the way you wanted to, but does that give you more motivation to try to get back into affiliated baseball?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, anytime any guy that's around here, all of our goal is to play in affiliated baseball, and yeah, I definitely would love to land somewhere. It's not something I try to think about too much. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, that's how the cards are going to play. But yeah, I want to get back in, and I'd love to see some of those guys at some point and be able to show them what they let go. But it's not something I press about a lot.
Now, was there anything that you've been working on between last offseason or last year and this offseason to get you prepared for tomorrow?
Just generally, I think I've gotten a little stronger and I've started lifting a little more weight. But if you're talking pitching wise, I learned a curveball last year that I did not have when I was here last year. Last year when I was here, I was mainly fastball, slider, changeup. So I added ball, and it's done phenomenal so far. It's been really good in spring training as well. So that's mainly the main difference so far.
So not only with that, do you think you can use multiple pitches for a put-out pitch, not just relying on 1 or 2? Yeah,
that's what it's given me. It's given me just more options, and I've gotten to the point with my curveball lately that I can bear it when I need to later in counts, and then early in counts I can drop it in for a strike. So I'm really excited to see how it plays out in a game finally.
Not only that, the versatility of the pitches, does that feel like it gives you an advantage for this season?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for a hitter, it gives one more thing to worry about for a hitter. So I mean, if as many pitches as I can throw for a strike, I'd like to have all of them, because it just gives them more options to the hitter for them to try to adjust to what I'm going to throw.
Now, the team made the playoffs last year, 5 straight or 5 appearances in the past couple of years. As a team, what do you think the guys need to do in order to get back to the playoffs and advance further than just the wild card round? And how do you think your skills can help that?
I think we just need to play hard and be consistent. I mean, this game is filled with so many ups and so many downs, and one of the hardest things is to be consistent. So, I mean, as long as we stay consistent and keep playing hard and giving everything we got, I think we'll have a pretty good shot.
Patrick McGuff, Otters opening day starter. Thank you so much for your time.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Chapter 16, would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at IBEW16.net.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at myMarathonStation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
It's game time for the Otters on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Otters Digital Network.
3-1. Long. Toward right. Toward the corner. Toward the foul pole and over the wall. Fair. Home run for Ryan Long.
First pitch. Cronin crushes it in the air to deep right field. He backflips it and it's way out of here.
Don't forget, Otters fans, you can catch every Evansville Otters broadcast on 91.5 FM WUEV, online at evansvilleotters.com, and through the WUEV mobile app.
Roxon deals the 2-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3 on the inside corner. Vail rings up Bissell to end it, and the Otters are going back to the postseason.
Now, let's go out to the ballpark for all of the action.
And welcome to the Otters Digital Network and 91.5 WUEV, here live at Bosse Field for the opening night of Evansville Otters baseball. I'm Dave Nguyen, the man behind the mic, along with my partner in crime, Bill McCune. Bill, 25 years of Otters baseball begins tonight. It's a cool,
yes, and they're
chilly
playing
night
in the beautiful Bosse Field. This is Otterville, Dave. You can't beat a better facility than you have here in Bosse Field. I'm glad to be part of it, and welcome to you to be a part now of this new 2-0 2019 season.
Well, Bill, I really appreciate those words. Speaking of teams who can't be beat, this Otters lineup is very potent, brings out a lot of offense. Let's meet the Otters as they take on the Southern Illinois Miners. Batting first, the designated hitter, number 2, David Cronin. Normally playing second base, he's overcoming an injury bug, but manager Andy McCauley thinks that he can be very useful with his bat. Batting second at shortstop, number 27, J.J. Gould. Batting third, the lefty, playing the hot corner at third base, number 7, Ryan Long. Batting fourth in cleanup is first baseman, number 28, Carlos Castro. Batting fifth and right field, number 21, Mitchell Hansen. Batting sixth and catching tonight, number 18, Mike Rizzatello. Batting seventh, number 3 in left field, Jack Meggs. Batting eighth, the second baseman for tonight, number 5, Keith Grease-Aber. Batting ninth, the center fielder with speed, number 1, Hunter Cullen. And pitching tonight for the Otters, number 31, the right-hander, Patrick McGuff. Again, so Cronin at the DH, Gould in short, Long at third, Castro at first, Mitchell Hansen in right, Rizzatello catching, Meggs in left, Grease-Aber at second, Cullen in center. For the Southern Illinois Miners, playing center field, number 6, Joe Duncan. Batting second, number 17, in right field, Brett Siddle. Batting third at third base, number 4, Stephen Lohr. Batting fourth, number 7, the first baseman, the man who led the Frontier League in home runs, Chris Iriart. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 27, Trey Gans. Batting sixth, playing left, number 12, Alex Santana. Batting seventh, number 23, doing the catching for the Miners, number 23, Arturo Nieto. Batting eighth for the Miners, playing second base, number 9, Gianfranco Wawu. Batting ninth for the Miners at shortstop, number 10, Kyle Davis. On the mound for the Miners, number 25, the right-hander, Chase Cunningham. McGuff is on the mound, getting in his warm-up pitches as the Otters are in all whites tonight. White pants, white uniform with the Otters lettering in red and a navy blue trim. And I got to tell you, Bill, we know the white uniforms can get dirty, but right now, those white uniforms look sharp on the Otters right now.
Well, I agree with you on that, Dave, because they don't wear the whites at home that much. It's up to the pitcher, the starting pitcher, to decide what color. So they have various jerseys that have different colors, and it's up to the starting pitcher, whereas I'm a traditionalist. The old baseball is white at home, gray on the road, and when I see the white, I'm happy.
Joe Duncan steps into the batter's box, and we are underway. McGuff steps on the mound, waiting for the sign from Rizzatello as we have a cool, crisp night here at Bosse Field. 64 degrees, mostly cloudy, and a little chilly. The first pitch from McGuff is high and inside for a ball. And we have officially begun Otters baseball.
Yes, it is. 2019. You know, I can't get used to that. I always say 29 or 219. I forget
McGuff.
Oh.
McGuff paints the outside corner for a strike. Count now at 1-1 to Joe Duncan. McGuff waiting for the sign from Rizzatello, setting up inside, and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Good setup there by Rizzatello.
I'm glad to see Mike behind the plate. I thought last year he was one of the best defensive catchers we had. Blocked the pitches good.
The 1-2 fouled behind the net.
And, he could block those low balls, and that's what you need. You can't have a runner on third and let balls get by the catcher. That's an easy run.
After the foul ball, we continue the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And if you're Patrick McGuff, that's a good way to start the inning. One down here in the top of the first.
Well, Dave, when he was warming up, I noticed he had the good fastball and a sharp slider. And that was the pitch that just struck out that batter, Duncan. That was a good major league slider.
Brings up Brett Siddle, the left-hander. The first pitch from McGuff. Outside corner, called for a strike. You know, McGuff, he's got a fastball, he's got a slider, he's got a changeup, and he's been working on the curveball this summer.
Oh, really?
The 0-1 pitch.
There's that slider there. Really sharp in the dirt about, I'm going to say 10 feet before the plate.
For a minute, I thought it hit him. Instead, it gets low in the dirt for a 1-1 count. McGuff waiting for the sign from Rizzatello. He'll kick and fire for the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. First strike, 2.
Well,
Looked like a fastball right there, Bill.
I'm going to be interesting to see if he does throw that. You said he's working on the curveball. We'll see.
The 1-2 pitch from McGuff. High and outside for a ball. Count now even at 2. McGuff kicks and fires for the 2-2 pitch. Ooh, right down Main Street for a called strike 3. Siddle thought it was a ball, but he did not protect and was caught looking.
Now, you said he throws a changeup. That was a pretty good changeup right there. That's why that batter was in another world when that thing came.
It'll bring up the third baseman for the Miners, Stephen Lohr. McGuff kicks and fires for the first pitch. On the outside corner, looked like a strike for a moment. Instead, it's a ball. 1-0 the count to Stephen Lohr. The 1-0. High and inside for another ball. Count goes to 2-0 to Stephen Lohr. Lohr is a man from Buena Park, California, and entering his first season with the Miners. As the next pitch to Lohr was low for a ball. 3-0 the count to Stephen Lohr.
That's the first batter he's had 3 balls on.
The 3-0 pitch.
Strike 1.
Right down the middle there for a strike. 3-1 the count to Stephen Lohr. Stephen Lohr was claimed off waivers last year from the Traverse City Beach Bums in August of last year after batting .282 in the rookie level with the Texas Rangers organization. That's another ball, and take your base, Stephen Lohr. And here comes the main man who could do a lot of damage here for the Miners, Chris Iriart.
Yeah, he's, I know we played a couple exhibition games with the Miners, and so far this guy has really hurt them, hasn't he?
Yes.
With the home run and the double.
He hit the
RBIs.
home run last Friday when we were on the air.
Right.
First pitch to Iriart, right out on the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, the first inning he hit that home run. Gave him a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, he hit that ball to deep left field right over the Pepsi sign. McGuff gets the sign from Rizzatello, setting up inside, and the 0-1 pitch on the outside for a ball. 1-1 the count to Iriart. Stephen Lohr on first for the Miners. 2 outs here in the top of the first. McGuff checking the runner at first base. With the glove at his chest, he'll set, kicks and fires in the 1-1.
Strike.
Right down Main Street for a strike. You got it, Bill.
Yeah.
1-2 the count to Iriart.
You know, I'm looking at our catcher, Mike. He keeps looking over. I wonder if he's getting the pitches called from the bench. He keeps looking over.
McGuff waiting for the sign. Kicks and fires for the 1-2. Low and outside for a ball. Count now even at 2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first. No score as we have been underway here at Bosse Field. 64 degrees and a little chilly tonight, but it's good enough to play some baseball. The 2-2 pitch. It's a fly ball, shallow right center field. And Grease Abers under it to end the inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first. Listen to Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the tri-state, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 tri-state locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
And welcome back to Bosse Field. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. Bill will be right back. He's passing out cookies to the rest of the press box. The Otters are up to bat. Leading off for the Otters is second baseman playing as a designated hitter tonight in David Cronin. Cronin had 76 appearances last year, all at second base, and he made the All-Star team, batting .296 with 57 runs, 37 RBIs, and 49 walks. We want to say hello to the Cronins as they are listening from outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. I had a pleasure to meet them on Fan Day as one of the first days of Evansville Otters baseball.
You mentioned Minneapolis, you said?
Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis, okay. Because, you know, there's a lot of Cronins in Minneapolis. Because that is where Joe Cronin used to be a manager in American League president or commissioner. That's where they would call home.
And I know the Cronins are happy to see that David is slowly overcoming the injury bug, and he's back playing for opening night. Cunningham on the mound for the Miners, and his first pitch to Cronin is low in the dirt for a ball.
We always appreciate the parents who are listening to us, especially you. You're the play-by-play man.
100%, Bill. The second pitch to Cronin is low and inside for another ball. Count goes to 2-0. Cunningham is in his first season with Southern Illinois. He was traded to the Miners in the offseason. He pitched for the Washington Wild Things as the next pitch to Cronin is low in the dirt once more. Count going to 3-0.
You know, now I've told you, Dave, at the last Friday night when we were working our first game, Andy allows his batters to swing away with a 3-0 count.
We'll see what he does here. Cronin lays off that pitch, and it's a ball. So the Otters lead off with a walk with Cronin. Now to the plate, the shortstop, J.J. Gould.
Well,
Gould
it's interesting
did pretty
now.
well last week at short.
This pitcher Cunningham threw 4 pitches, and they were all balls.
Probably a little rusty. First start on the road, right?
Well, let's see what this pitch is.
Gould standing in the batter's box, and his first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike.
Looked a little high, but anyway, of course you have a big umpire, so therefore it might have looked low to him.
Maybe. Gould, a native of Sarasota, Florida, so this might be a little chilly for him with the weather. Throw over to first, not in time. Cronin gets back to first safely.
Sarasota, beautiful community down there in Florida.
And I'm sure the weather is much better than it is right now here. It's only 64 and chilly. Sure, it's pretty nice and sunny down in Florida.
Yeah.
Cunningham waits for the sign, and the 0-1 pitch is a ground ball through the hole, a base hit towards the shortstop and third base side. So men on first and second for the Otters, bringing up our man from Texas, Ryan Long.
I tell you what, Grandpop's here, Mom and Dad is here, an 11-hour trip from Chandler, Texas. I'm quite sure they got the rosary beads out saying, come on, Ryan, get a base hit. Open up this game with the first run. He's got, one home run, but that was an exhibition game.
Yes. Ryan Long, a man of Crandall, Texas. Had a pleasure to talk to him the other day for about 10-15 minutes.
A gentleman.
And we will feature him on the inaugural podcast for the Evansville Otters as Long takes a strike on the outside corner. He led the Otters last year in home runs with 12, had over 50 RBIs.
Yep. He goes to left field a lot, or left center.
Next pitch to Long, inside for a ball. Count now even at 1.
Looks like Cronin could go to third base easily, but you don't want to steal in this situation. Don't kill the rally before it gets started.
Right. They have men on first and second, no outs, and I'm sure Long wants to drive his teammates in. Cunningham checks Cronin at second base as a big cut there by Ryan Long. No contact right there. It'll be strike 2. 1-2 the count to the man from Texas Tech. Little windy today as we see the American flag blowing from left to right out there in center field. And the 1-2 pitch. Long drives this to deep right field.
That's gone.
He's going back, and this is gone.
That's gone.
A 3-run homer for the man from Crandall, Texas. Ryan Long takes it deep. 3-0 Otters in the first.
Yeah, and what's funny here, Dave, was his father is sitting down there in front of us, and he was just handing his mother some hot dogs. So he just got back from the refreshment stand to be able to see his son. Way to go.
Oh, my God, that was a blast right down the pipe, and Ryan took this one out of here.
Well, you know, Dave, I called it early only for one reason. When you see a fly ball going to deep outfield, watch the outfielder. When you see them give up and they just trot, you know that thing is beyond their reach.
He crushed that as it's at least over 315 feet down the right field line as Castro grounds it to first for the first out of the inning. Iriart fielding it cleanly and touching the bag.
Yeah.
So that's one down here. Otters up 3-0 after the 3-run blast from Ryan Long.
Way to start a year off, isn't it?
100%.
Home run, 3 RBIs. Oh, boy.
100%, Bill. As Mitchell Hansen, the right fielder, steps up to the plate. Mitchell Hansen lives outside of Dallas, Texas, and I see that you met his parents earlier before the game as he takes his first pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
Yeah, I came in early, and they were sitting here behind home plate, and I introduced myself, and
as a big cut from Hansen, swing and a miss for strike 2.
And I said, where are you from? And they said, the Big D, Texas. Well, and so I had spent a moment with them, and it's good to see a ball player's parents come and watch their sons.
Hansen, this pitch is low in the dirt for a ball. 1-2 the count from Mitchell Hansen. So I was wearing an Eagles shirt, an Eagles Super Bowl championship shirt out on the field yesterday, and Hansen noticed it and said, I'm personally not a big fan of it because he's a Dallas Cowboys fan living outside of Dallas. The 1-2 pitch to Hansen, swing and a miss, and that'll be the second out of the inning. That'll bring up our catcher, Mike Riccitello.
Oh, this is my favorite, one of my favorites. Mike, I noticed, what was it, the 8-2 win they had that Mike got a couple RBIs. Yeah. Mike is a good defense catcher, and he comes through with those hits every once in a while.
Mike is a left-handed batter as he steps into the box. First pitch to Riccitello on the inside corner, called a strike. If you're Cunningham on the mound after giving up the 3-run homer, you just recorded 2 quick outs, and now you want to get out of this inning.
Ooh, another curveball strike. Yeah.
It'll be 0-2 the count now to Mike Riccitello, so now he's got to protect.
That is one of Mike's faults. He takes too many pitches, and he gets himself in a jam.
The 0-2, high for a ball. Count moves to 1-2.
A batter shouldn't take 2 strikes. 1 strike, yes, but you better be swinging to protect your plate.
And the 1-2 pitch. There's a foul ball behind the catcher into the net towards the first base dugout.
You see, when you get when you get 2 strikes on you, you're supposed to go from an offensive hitter to a defensive hitter. That means just make contact.
The 1-2 pitch to Rizzatello. Check
3.
swing, and a strike 3 called. That'll be it for the Otters. They get on the board with a 3-run home run from Ryan Long. We head to the top of the second. You're listening to Evansville Otters baseball on the Otters Digital Network and 91.5 WUEV.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slay's Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slay's Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slay's Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Boom, what a pick, what a throw.
And welcome back to Bosse Field. We're at the top of the second inning. The Otters lead this one 3-0 over the Southern Illinois Miners. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. And to the plate for the Miners is their designated hitter, Trey Gans. Trey Gans, a man from Burlington, Kentucky, in his first season with the Miners. The first pitch from McGuff on the outside corner for a strike. Looked like a good breaking ball right there, Bill.
You're right, Dave. You got a good insight of what's going on. I got to enjoy working with you so far.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball there for McGuff. 0-2 the count to Gans. I know a little bit, not a whole lot, but I know quite a bit about baseball. The 0-2 pitch from McGuff. That was slow, off speed, and it would be high for a ball. 1-2 the count to Trey Gans. McGuff looks like he's trying to get into a groove, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
I don't know about you. Well, that looked like a curveball to me. Is that what you called it?
I'm not there yet, Bill, but I think it was.
Yeah, I would say that's the long-awaited curveball you were telling me he's working on. And it had a good bite to it, and, of course, a strikeout.
That'll bring up Alex Santana for the Miners. First pitch to Santana is high and inside for a ball.
You notice McGuff is high with all his fastballs. So
the 1-0 pitch to Santana. Check swing. Did he go? And he did. He wrapped around, says the first base umpire, Jimmy Fields. So the count is now 1-1 to Santana. As we mentioned the last time we were on, Bill, Alex Santana played in the Dominican League. As the 1-1 pitch to Santana is low for a ball. Count moves to 2-1. But he last played baseball in the Dominican Republic. He was a second-round pick by the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2011. And the 2-1 pitch to Santana is way inside. 3-1 the count to Alex. He's got a pretty good reputation for his family, as his dad was the shortstop for the '86 World Series champion Mets. The 3-1 pitch to Santana is ball 4, take your base. So after a strikeout, to Trey Gans. Alex Santana takes a walk, and that'll bring up the catcher for the Miners, Arturo Nieto. McGuff so far has 3 strikeouts, and this will be his second base runner tonight. Still early, top of the second, 3-0 Otters after the 3-run homer by Ryan Long. McGuff waiting for the sign from Rizzatello, his catcher, kicks and fires for the first pitch. High for a ball. Count goes to 1-0.
Yeah, he may be, what he's doing is releasing that ball too early. Dave, he's not coming down with the arm. You should release it shoulder high. That would be in the strike zone.
Arturo Nieto, a man from Maracay, Venezuela, as the 1-0 pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike one there on the fastball there by McGuff. He's entering his first season with the Miners, and he served as the bullpen catcher for the San Diego Padres last year. Pretty impressive.
Right? San Diego Padres, the good old years.
And they have that guy, Manny Machado, who signed that 10-year, $300 million contract as a swing and a miss from Nieto for strike 2. 1-2 the count, 1 out, top of the second, and a man on first for the Miners.
San Diego's one of the greatest towns to play baseball in. Constant 78-degree temperature.
I was about to say, almost perfect weather. McGuff checks the runner first base, and he'll step off the bag. Didn't want to get a balk, so that's why he probably took his right foot off the mound. McGuff waiting for the sign from Rizzatello. Looks like he's going to set up inside.
Slider.
Throwing over to first. Not in time, as Santana gets back there safely.
I'd give him a slider low outside, make him reach for it, something that's not good. So if it is a ball, it doesn't hurt you.
The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll be the 4th strikeout tonight for Connor McGuff, or Patrick McGuff. And that'll bring up the second baseman for the Miners, Gianfranco Wawu. 2 outs, top of the second, man on first for the Miners. McGuff set, kicks and fires. First pitch is right down Main Street for strike 1. McGuff, with the glove at his chest, checks the runner at first, waits for the sign from Rizzatello, and the 0-1 pitch. A little high and outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-1.
At runner on first base, Santana, he looks, that position he has, or stance, whatever you want to call it, is odd.
The 1-1 pitch. Big cut, no contact. There for strike 2.
Yeah, I tell you what, Pat's got a lot going for him so far. I think the most strikeouts we ever had was 15 on any Otter pitcher. I'm not sure.
Pitch is chopped to the first baseman, fielded by Griesaber, and in time for Castro for an out. That'll end the inning as an impressive defensive play there by the second baseman, Griesaber.
Yeah.
No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Otters. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
And the 1-2 pitch. Long drives this to deep right field.
That's gone.
He's going back, and this is gone.
That's gone.
A 3-run homer for the man from Crandall, Texas. Ryan Long takes it deep. 3-0 Otters in the first.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Welcome back to Evansville Otters baseball. Dave Gwynn and Bill McCune on the call. We just heard that 3-run home run from Ryan Long back in the first inning. Gives the Otters a 3-0 lead as we head into the bottom of the second. Chase Cunningham still on the mound for the Miners. To the plate for the Otters, the left fielder, Jack Meggs, a man from Sammamish, Washington.
Yeah, he's one of our new ones. I don't know, what has he showed you so far these exhibition games?
First pitch to Meggs is low in the dirt for a ball. I think they like his speed out there, and he's not bad at the plate. He played for the Beloit as he sends a high fly ball to right field, and this is gone.
Oh,
welcome to Evansville, Jack Meggs, for a solo home run as the Otters lead this one 4-0. Touch 'em all, Jack Meggs.
And that was hit in the Bud Light Lime patio area where the stands are packed up there. You can't believe that is where I tell you what, that's a good area to watch a baseball game. There's a lot of home runs hit there.
It only took one pitch to get his number in the record books, or on the scoreboard, for Meggs. Here comes Keith Grieshaber, who's playing second base tonight. Takes his first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count, and the second pitch to Grieshaber is a foul ball down the first base line.
I'm sorry, where did we get this guy from?
I'll check that in a minute.
That's
He's a recent addition to the Otters. Keith is from Chesterfield, Missouri. Last played for the Burlington Bees. Next pitch to Grieshaber was low for a ball. Count going to 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Inside. A little close, but it'll be a ball. Count now even at 2 to Grieshaber. Cunningham pitching for the Washington Wild Things the last time out in the Frontier League, as a foul ball behind the catcher will remain at 2-2 the count for Grieshaber. Steps into the batter's box. Cunningham waiting for the sign from his catcher Nieto. Kicks and fires for the 2-2. There's a ground ball to third, fielded cleanly and over to Iriart to make the catch for out number 1. Ball fielded nicely by Stephen Lohr for the first out of this inning. And that'll bring up the speedy center fielder, Hunter Cullen.
Yeah, Hunter, one of my favorite ball players from California.
6'1", left-handed batter from Newport Beach, California.
Yeah, right outside of, I think it's San Diego. I'm not sure. I know his parents, every once in a while they would let me know. They'll call on the phone and say, I made a mistake.
First pitch to Cullen was a strike. Second pitch is fouled behind the catcher. Count goes quickly to 0-2. Hunter played his college baseball at a powerhouse and Cal State Fullerton, who is known to make the College World Series almost every year. The 0-2 to Cullen. High and outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-2. Cunningham waiting for his sign from his catcher, Nieto. As Cullen has some speed as he chops this one foul to the first base dugout. Count remains at 1-2. He stole 12 bases last year for the Otters. He also had 4 outfield assists. Makes sense why he has out there in center field. The 1-2 pitch to Cullen is a fly ball left field, fairly deep. Santana takes a few steps and is under for out number 2. And that'll bring up David Cronin, for his second at bat of the game.
His walk is a big run now.
If you remember, he walked his first time up and later scored a run off the Ryan Long home run.
You know, there's an old expression.
First pitch to Cronin is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
If you walk the first batter in the game, they generally score. And that philosophy proved true tonight.
Well, it makes sense why Andy McCauley likes him at the top of the lineup as he takes this next pitch outside for a ball. Count now even at 1. Cronin from Orland Park, Illinois, outside of Chicago. As he takes this next pitch outside for a ball. Count now at 2-1. Cronin had 49 walks last year. One of the reasons why he was good leadoff batter. Next pitch to Cronin is high and inside for a ball. Count goes to 3-1.
He plays a good second base, and that's what counts.
Making the all-star team last year at second base. The 3-1 pitch to Cronin falls for the high cheese. Swing and a miss. Count now full, 3-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Otters added another run on the solo home run by Jack Meggs. Took 1 pitch deep to right field. Cunningham set. Waiting for his catcher, Nieto. He'll kick and fire for the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Through the hole, a base hit. Cronin gets to first base once more, this time for a hit. Smacked that ball past the shortstop, Kyle Davis. And the Otters have a man on with 2 outs. That'll bring up J.J. Gould, who singled his first time up. Cunningham allowing a few runners early on. 4 runs in 2 innings thus far. As he checks the runner at first in Cronin. Throws over to first. Erie Arc doesn't lay down the tag. Cronin now safe at first base. Gould, shortstop tonight, has a pretty good arm over there, and arguably the most important position on the field, as another throw over to first is not in time. I guess Cronin is making Cunningham think a little bit. Cunningham gets the sign. Ooh. And the pitch. And see that right there. Is that a hit batter? Did the ball get out of his glove? What happened?
No, that's just a pitch that went wild. It slipped out of his hand. And, of course, Cronin went to second base, which was heads up on that play. Oh, here comes checking on the pitcher. What happened on that particular release? He was in his motion, Dave, of releasing it, and somehow it just fell out of his arm and went over toward first baseline.
There's something you don't see every day in baseball, Bill.
No, you don't. You don't see that, but it happens.
As we said earlier, J.J. Gould from Sarasota, Florida. He signed with the Otters in the middle of the 2018 season. And in 2018, he batted .254 in 38 games with the Otters, scoring 16 runs, having 12 RBIs, and walking 20 times. He played in the Miami Marlins organization as the 24th in the 24th round of the 2016 MLB Draft. Looks like Cunningham's okay after that awkward pitch. Cronin over at second base with 2 outs. Next pitch, first pitch to Gould is on the inside corner for a strike.
I tell you what, this guy Cunningham has got a pretty good curveball.
Cunningham trying to get out of the inning, allowing 4 runs thus far. Checks Cronin over at second base. And the 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It was low, but it managed to get in the strike zone. Count moving to 0-2.
I tell you, Dave, we got a pretty good crowd here tonight. You know, it's not a capacity, but I'm saying it's reasonable, respectable.
I couldn't agree more.
For an opening night that's a little chilly, it's good.
The 0-2 to Gould is a foul ball behind the catcher. Count remains at 0-2. Gould played for the St. Paul Saints last time in the American Association. If you know anything about the St. Paul Saints, they are arguably one of the best minor league organizations in the country. And part of their ownership is a guy by the name of Bill Murray. And the 0-2 pitch is a foul ball behind the catcher once more. Cronin, who left off for third, will go back to second. But yes, Bill Murray on the ownership group for the St. Paul Saints and the Gold Clang organization. Marv Goldklang and Mike Veck, the owners of the St. Paul Saints, as well as a handful of other minor league teams around the country, including the Charleston River Dogs in South Carolina. I believe they are a single-A affiliate of the New York Yankees. Cunningham gets the sign, and the 0-2 pitch to Gould is a ground ball. Heads softly to third. Does he got a chance to get there and is not in time. The Otters get one more on the board on the solo home run by Jack Meggs. We head to the top of the third. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier Press can be found online at courierpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
And welcome back to Evansville Otters Baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call as Patrick McGuff gets out there for the top of the third. Batting for the Miners, it's Kyle Davis, man from Cincinnati, Ohio. First pitch from McGuff, outside for a ball. Davis is one of the few returners to the Miners, as the next pitch to Davis is on the inside corner for a called strike. Davis last year for the Miners hit .223 with 4 home runs and 27 RBIs. Swing and a miss there by Davis for strike 2.
Dave's got a good, Dave, what am I saying? Patty. He's got a pretty good breaking pitch tonight.
1-2 pitch from McGuff. High fly ball near center field and second base. Someone needs to call it as Gould comes over from shortstop to record out number 1. And that'll bring up Joe Duncan, the leadoff hitter.
I'm looking at that flag out there. It's not flirting that much that J.J. went always over in the second base position to make that catch. Cronin was standing right there.
Actually, we got Griesaber playing second base tonight. Cronin is the DH.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
That's all
right.
right.
Cronin's DH. My mistake.
As the first pitch to Joe Duncan is inside for a ball. Second pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Joe Duncan. Joe Duncan, if you can remember, the first batter of the game struck out his first time up.
On a slider. A sharp slider.
The 1-1 from McGuff. In the dirt for a ball. I think he wanted Duncan to chase that one. Looked like a slider as well.
It was a slider lowered outside. You're right. He didn't chase. It was too far.
The pitch that McGuff is really working on is his curveball. That's what he told me he worked on all summer. The 2-1 pitch from McGuff. Swing and a miss. Went inside. Looked like a fastball right there.
Yeah. When you got 2 strikes on the batter, you either throw it chest high or low and outside. Make him fish.
McGuff kicks and fires in the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
That was the high pitch I was talking about.
McGuff threw the high cheese right there. That's another strikeout.
Yeah.
5th strikeout tonight for Patrick McGuff. And that'll bring up Brett Siddle, the right fielder, who struck out looking his first time up. 2 outs in the first pitch to Siddle is a strike right on the outside corner. McGuff looking comfortable out there, wasting no time. The 0-1 pitch. Looking for the outside corner right there. Doesn't get the call. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs. Top of the 3rd. Otters up 4-0. The 1-1 from McGuff. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Went off speed right there on the outside corner.
Yeah, I tell you, Pat has those guys off. Their timing is off.
1-2. Ground ball foul down the first base line. Count remains at 1-2 as Siddle is trying to protect at the plate.
A perfect throw or pitch for a left-hander like this is a slider low and inside. He's going outside.
1-2 pitch is low and outside for a ball. Looks like McGuff wanted Siddle to chase that one.
Well, he did, but if you notice the catcher, I hate when I see a catcher jumping.
The 2-2. Low and outside once more. Count is full. 2 outs. Top of the 3rd. Otters up 4-0 over the Miners.
When a catcher jumps and moves inside or outside before the pitcher even is in the
payoff pitch, is foul behind the catcher.
Before the pitcher is ready to deliver, all the batter has to do is turn around and see it's an inside or outside. He's giving himself away. You don't want to move until the pitcher's in his throwing position.
The payoff pitch once more.
Strike 3.
Cold strike 3. Brett Siddle wrapped his bat around thinking it was a ball, but McGuff catches the inside corner. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. 4-0 Otters. You're listening to Evansville Otters baseball on the Otters Digital Network and 91.5 WUEV.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Chapter 16 would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at IBEW16.net.
And welcome back to Evansville Otters baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. First pitch to Ryan Long is low and outside for a ball. And if you remember, Bill, in his first at-bat, Ryan took a 3-run homer deep to right field. Second pitch to Long is low and inside for a ball. Count going to 2-0. So with Cunningham knowing the power of Long, I don't think he wants to give him a pitch he would like to hit. Cunningham sets and fires, and the 2-0 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, he can't handcuffed Ron on that particular pitch.
Cunningham sets and fires for the 2-1. That's a foul ball near the catcher's mitt. Count now even at 2. Cunningham waiting for the sign from his catcher, Nieto. He'll kick and fire for the 2-2 pitch. Ooh. Inside corner appeared to be a strike from our point of view.
Yes, it was. We got a blessing there.
Instead, it's a ball, and count will go full to the former Texas Tech Red Raider. 2-2 is chopped foul down the first base line.
Yeah, that pitch he called ball 3 looked like the pitch that he called strike 2, where he handcuffed him.
Long at the plate, looking for a pitch to hit. The 3-2. Outside, ball 4, take your base. And Ryan Long is aboard for the second time tonight.
Yeah, Mom, Dad, and Grandpa are down there sitting in front of us, and I hope they take him out for a big dinner tonight.
I think he's deserved it, but he's got to complete the game first.
Well, yeah.
We bring up Mike Rizzatello, the catcher. No, excuse me, we got Carlos Castro. That's my apologies. The first baseman tonight, he grounded out his first time up. Castro has shown some power in the offseason. Not afraid to take it deep. Cunningham checks Long over at first base. And the first pitch to Castro is a foul ball down the right field line. Iriart chasing it down, but it ultimately goes into the stands for a strike. Carlos Castro, a native of the Dominican Republic.
Yes, and he's wearing his native flag on a sleeve, which he did the same thing last year. He had that, but then toward the end of the season, he didn't. But
the 0-1 to Castro is a ground ball to short, over to second for 1, over to first, not in time.
Yeah.
So the fielder's choice there by Carlos Castro will be the second out of the inning. And it'll bring up Mitchell Hansen.
Yeah, Mitchell's parents are here, and I'd like to see him get a base hit. I don't care if he gets a home run, but just a base hit, make his parents feel good. You know, when you travel a long distance just to come to see your child, you're just hoping they do good.
Hansen from outside of Dallas, Texas. First pitch to Hansen is a ground ball down the first baseline, foul. One thing about Mitchell that I learned last night at the team dinner, he has 2 dogs. He's a dog lover.
Who does?
Mitchell Hansen. I believe he has 2 Dachshunds. Is that correct? I'm not too familiar with my dogs. I don't have one at home. Next pitch to Mitchell is outside for a ball. Count now even at 1 with 1 out. Carlos Castro at first.
Andy's a dog lover, too. You know, Andy's got a big dog. When his wife comes, you'll see their dogs.
All right.
They're big.
Oh, I'm sure. Cunningham waits for the sign, the 1-1 pitch. Inside and low for a ball. Count goes to 2-1 to Mitchell Hansen.
When I said Andy, I'm talking about our manager, Andy McCauley.
Well, Andy's a big guy, so it doesn't surprise me that he's got a big dog.
Yeah.
Throw over to first. Iriart lays down the tag in time.
Ooh, he got him.
Good pickoff move there by Chase Cunningham to get the second out of the inning. That'll be 1-3 on the putout. Count now 2-1, but there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 2-1 pitch.
Strike.
Right down Main Street for strike 2.
Well, you don't see many good ones like that. You jump on that particular pitch.
I was surprised, too. Looked like it was fastball right down the middle.
Yes, it
Mitchell
was.
Didn't swing. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So after the Otters have 2 men on base, a fielder's choice, a pickoff, and a strikeout in the inning. We head to the top of the 4th. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The pizza brick road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The pizza brick road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the pizza brick road. Road down to Tyroni's. The pizza brick road. The pizza brick road always goes to Tyroni's.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call on opening night of the Frontier League for the Evansville Otters as they open up their 25th season. Stepping up to the plate for the Miners is Stephen Lohr, their third baseman. First pitch to Lohr. It's on the inside corner for a strike. Looks like McGuff, the Otters pitcher, is wheeling and dealing out there on the mound.
Yeah, the fastball's high, but the curveball and the slider are good.
The 0-1 from McGuff. Low outside for a ball.
That was the curveball there. Don't you have a special occasion you were going to announce tonight?
I'll do that later on.
Okay.
I'll do that later on. I think
All
the
right.
particular person is still out at dinner. As the next pitch from McGuff is a ball. Count goes to 2-1. Stephen Lohr, a man of Buena Park, California. As the next pitch to Lohr is inside for a ball. Count goes to 3-1. McGuff wasting no time, hook, kick, and fire. And it'll be a foul ball behind the catcher, bouncing towards the Otters dugout on the first base side. Count now goes full.
I'd like to say hello to Secret Weapon if he's out there listening to us tonight. And you'll find out who Secret Weapon is once he comes here.
Next pitch from McGuff is inside. Ball 4, take your base, Stephen Lohr. And that'll bring up Chris Iriart. Now, with a man on first, we know how serious his power can be, as he led the Frontier League in home runs last year with 25. He had 57 RBIs and 52 runs scored. He's got a lot of power.
Yes, and you can hit a lot of home runs in that ballpark over there in Marion.
McGuff needs to be wise with his pitch selection in this at-bat. First pitch to Iriart is high and outside for a ball. Miners have Stephen Lohr on first. No outs, top of the fourth. The Otters lead this one 4-0. McGuff waiting for the sign from his catcher, Rizzatello. He'll set the glove at his chest, brings it down to his waist. Agreeing on a pitch, he'll kick and fire. And a called strike on the outside corner.
I tell you what, he's throwing that curveball more than he's throwing the slider now. He started the game with the slider. Now he's gone back to that curveball. You called it, Dave, when you said he was working on it.
McGuff checks the runner at first. Agrees on a pitch with Rizzatello. He'll kick and fire for the 1-1. But he outside for a ball. Count moving to 2-1. Stephen Lohr last played for the Traverse City Beach Bums, and then was claimed by the Miners in August of 2018. But he did not see action with the Miners last year. Swing and a miss.
He had
for
a little
strike
mustard
2.
on that, didn't he?
Little speed on that one, as Iriart, man with power at the plate. Last played for the Normal Corn Belters, who are no longer in the Frontier League. They are now a summer collegiate baseball team.
Yeah.
The 2-2 to Iriart, high and inside for a ball. Count goes full. No outs. Man on first for the Miners in the top of the fourth. 4-0 Otters.
Third base coach was giving a lot of signs down there. Let's see, 3-2, although there's no outs.
McGuff waiting for the sign from Rizzatello. He'll kick and fire.
Okay.
That'll be a foul ball into the net behind the catcher.
And he wasn't stealing, so the little general, all right, there's giving a lot of signs. The general didn't do nothing. So I don't know. It's just probably going through some decoy.
McGuff and Rizzatello agree on a pitch. Checks the runner at first. Kicks and fires for the 3-2.
Strike 3.
Right down Main Street for strike 3. Iriart thought that one was a ball, as that'll be the first out of the inning.
You'll hear me say it, Dave, quite often during the year. Let the umpire call the pitch, not the batter. You see so many batters, they throw the bat away and they start off to first base. They're making the call, and the umpire just says strike 3.
Well said, Bill.
Thank you.
As we'll bring up Trey Gantz. And I couldn't agree more, because the player really doesn't dictate the count. That's the umpire's job.
Well, when you're dropping the bat and starting going to first base, you already made up your mind that it was a ball, so you're not in a position to take it and argue with the umpire.
The next pitch is low in the dirt,
but
blocked pretty well by Rizzatello.
That's
count
right.
now even at 1.
That's why I like him. He blocked that ball real nice. Good call, Dave.
Among other facts, Rizzatello revealed, if you couldn't tell from his last name, that he's an Italian. So it's safe to say he likes food. McGuff kicks and fires for the 1-1. It's a foul ball down the third base line. Long trots over, but realizes it'll go into the stands and out of play.
Now the question is Ryan going to play third all year, or is he going to be in the outfield? Yeah, I know he could. I like him on third. I'll tell you that. He's all right in the outfield, but he's a better third baseman.
He's doing pretty well there at the hot corner right now.
Yeah.
Not afraid to play outfield. He played shortstop and third base in high school and college. The 1-2 pitch from McGuff, way inside for a ball. Count now even at 2 with 1 out. Top of the fourth. And a man on first for the Miners. McGuff checks Lohr at first base. He'll kick and fire for the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. I tell you, Bill, McGuff is really wheeling and dealing tonight. That is.
Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
5, 6, 7, 8. He got 2 for Duncan, 2 for Sedell.
You're right. My math is incorrect.
1 for Chris and 2 for Gams. And 1 for the catcher.
Sounds like your math is better than mine. As the first pitch to Alex Santana was low in the dirt for a ball. He'll kick and fire. The 1-0 pitch right down Main Street for a strike. 1-1 the count. He has now 42 strikes and 32 balls thus far. McGuff doing a good job on the mound.
Ooh.
Next pitch, way inside. Count goes to 2-1 as that ball was located in the chest area of Alex Santana. I don't know about you, but when I played, I usually wore that pitch and took my base. But at the time, playing as a youth, the kids weren't throwing at 95 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 from McGuff, as he did pretty good on that breaking ball right there.
Did you ever hear of a pitcher named Sal? Magby?
Not that I know.
Pitched for the Dodgers. He pitched for the Giants.
2-2 pitch, low in the dirt for a ball. Count now goes to 3-2.
He used to call him the barber because what he used to do was throw him high and inside, and the batters would always look for a shave. That's why he was called the barber. Sal Magby.
That's pretty incredible. The 3-2 pitch from McGuff. On the outside corner, called strike 3. McGuff with his 9th strikeout tonight, and he's not done yet. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. 4-0 Otters. You're listening to Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Welcome back to Evansville Otters baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. Legendary Bill McCune. Bill, you told me you're a baseball scout for a number of years. That's correct, right?
I was a baseball scout for maybe 40 years and made the top. I was a major league scout. That's the top of the field, where all I did was watch Major League Baseball games.
That's a pretty good gig you had right there. And it sounds like you're doing the same thing here with me. As we welcome Mike Rizzatello to the plate. First time up, Mike struck out. First pitch to Rizzatello is a called strike on the outside corner.
There's that curveball, and I mentioned to you, Dave, you'll see Mike take too many pitches. That's a big, he's got to start swinging.
The 0-1 to Rizzatello, low in the dirt for a ball. Count now even at 1.
Yeah, I've been a player, a minor league coach, minor league player, scout, whatever you want to call it.
The 1-1 to Rizzatello, swing and a miss for strike 2.
This would be my 67th year in pro baseball, and there's no job that I ever had that was could equal being a Major League scout. You stay in the Major League cities and the best hotels. You fly first class in airplanes.
The 1-2 pitch to Rizzatello ripped into left field for a base hit. Got some good contact on that one, and that would be Mike's first hit of the season.
Right. Well, that was a hanging curveball. He jumped all over it. But, getting back, Dave, you couldn't. I used to get Major League meal money, the same as the ball players got, I'd get. You couldn't beat that.
It sounds like the ideal job.
It is.
Any guy would want to have.
Oh, you work your way up to that job. I started as a part-time scout, watching high school games. Then I made it full-time.
We'll bring up Jack Meggs. Last time up, he had a solo home run to right field over the Bud Light patio. Takes his first pitch on the inside for a ball. And I guess one of the reasons why Andy McCauley likes Meggs in his lineup, we saw his home run power in his first time up. It only took him one pitch.
Well, we can use a lot of home run power because these fences are kind of far. People love to pitch in this ballpark because
the 1-0 inside for a ball. Count goes to 2-0 to Meggs.
They say it's a pitcher's ballpark.
As count is 2-0 to Meggs. The 2-0 pitch. Strike right there on the outside corner. Count goes to 2-1.
You're from the Philadelphia area. You're a Philly Eagle Warrior fan.
Sixer fan.
Yeah, Sixer. Used to be Warriors.
Yes. In the 50s, I believe, right?
Yes. Oh,
Cunningham throws over to first. Looks like Rizzatello's caught in the pickle, and he'll be tagged out for out number 1.
But he did the right thing, Dave. If you notice, when Mike got picked off, he broke for second base. You never want to come back to first because the first baseman's sitting there with the ball. You take your chance in running to second base.
He'll try to shake that one off as now there's one out in the inning. It's a shame because he ripped that one to left field for a base hit.
Yeah.
Count now 2-1 to Meggs. Bottom of the 4th. 4-0 Otters. Part of that has to do with Meggs' solo home run his last at-bat. Next pitch to Meggs is inside for a ball. Count goes to 3-1.
Now, the paper in Philadelphia is the Philadelphia Inquirer, wasn't it?
That and the Daily News.
Well,
they combined. Before they were two separate, now they're combined. The 3-1 pitch. Ripped down the first base line. Fair ball.
Base hit.
Iriart can't get a handle of it, and he is safe.
Yeah. I tell you what.
Head pocket, eye socket down the first base line for Jack Meggs. Iriart put the ball in front of him as he got his glove down, but wasn't able to toss it over to his pitcher, Cunningham, in time.
That was a possible double if that first baseman didn't stop it.
But that'll bring up the second baseman tonight, Greaseaber.
But that Jack Meggs, is that the way you say his name? Meggs? He got a pretty quick swing.
Yep. Wasn't afraid to jump on that one.
No. I tell you, so far they've been aggressive with at the bat.
First pitch to Greaseaber. It's inside for a ball.
Yeah.
1-0 the count to Keith Greaseaber from Missouri. Cunningham gets the sign and the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Count even at 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Otters up 4-0 over the Southern Illinois Miners. Cunningham will check Meggs over at first. Gets the sign from Nieto and the 1-1 pitch.
Ooh, that was a
Looked to be right down the middle. Was given a blessing by the umpire.
That's the type you jump on. That's how Mike got his base hit in one of those hanging curveballs. When you see that up in front of your eyes, boy, you jump on it.
Count going to 2-1 to Keith Griesaber. The 2-1 pitch, way inside. Could have hit him.
That's a strike, or was it popped out of the catcher's glove?
Popped out of the catcher's glove because the ball was located right around the chest area of Griesaber.
Well, the way it popped and went as far as it did, I thought it hit the bat.
So the count moves to 3-1 with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Cunningham checks the runner at first. Throws over to first.
He's got a pretty quick pick-off.
Yeah, he got Rizzatello earlier.
Oh, he's got what's the name, too? He got Castro, didn't he?
Yep. Three and one the count, and the 3-1 pitch. It's a foul ball down the right field line. Count now full at 3-2. With Meggs over at first, one out.
Well, it's going to be interesting. You watch Andy right now, and he's going to set the table of what he does all year long. Does he steal or have the runner going on a 3-1 count with one out, or 3-2 count with one out?
We'll see as he throws over to first is Cunningham. Iriart lays down the tag, but is not in time.
So far, our catcher in his warm-ups for the minors didn't throw too well to second base, so we wonder what he does under pressure.
Cunningham throws over once more to first. He is safe. That was a really close tag there by Iriart at first.
Well, Miggs was ready to go to second. If you notice, he moved, he twitched like he was going to go to second and hurried back. So he might be going.
The 3-2 pitch to Griesaber, swing and a miss for strike three. Throw it down to second base, and that is what you call a 1-2-4 double play. We head to the top of the fifth. 4-0 Otters. You're listening to Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slay's Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slay's Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slay's Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Evansville Otters baseball. Do we head to the top of the fifth? Looks like Patrick McGuff is still on the mound. And we'll bring up the catcher, Arturo Nieto, who had a strikeout his first time out. And the first pitch to Nieto is on the outside corner for a strike. Next pitch is on the outside corner, this time for a ball, as there's a fastball on the outside.
It looked, yeah.
Next pitch to Nieto is flied to left center, Gould under to make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Gianfranco Wawu.
If you were from New Jersey, it's a Wawa.
Don't bring up Wawa right now. I'm craving it right now, Bill. First pitch to Wawu is a ground ball to Castro, and he'll take it for the easy out at first for out number 2. Couple pitches, 2 quick outs. And then it'll bring up Kyle Davis, the shortstop, who flew out to short his last time up. But if you remember, Gould run over to Griesaber to get that fly ball to end the inning.
Yeah.
McGuff on the mound and dealing. First pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
For Otterville fans, a Wawa is like a...
it's a convenience store. Convenience store and a gas station. As the next pitch from McGuff is on the inside for a ball.
They're all throughout New Jersey.
New Jersey,
Wawas.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, in Pennsylvania too?
Yes.
Oh,
Originally located in Wawa, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
As a swing and a miss there from Davis brings the count to 1-2.
That I did not know.
Yeah, it was a big dairy farm, and over time they grew to make deli meat sandwiches, and I could go for a good hoagie right now. Next pitch to Davis is in the dirt for a ball. Count even at 2 with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. McGuff looking really strong on the mound. Waiting for the sign from Rizzatello and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. McGuff looking great on the mound. You listen to Evansville Otters baseball on the Otters Digital Network and at 91.5 WUEV.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Evansville Living Magazine presents a historic Newburgh Wine Fest. This 2-day event will be held at the Old Lock and Dam Park in Newburgh, Indiana on May 17th and 18th, 2019. The wine tasting, fine local music, and a fabulous view of the river makes this a must-attend event. For more information, phone 812-853-2815 or visit historicnewburgh.org.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Welcome back to Evansville Otters baseball as we get that smooth music intro. I'm Dave Nguyen, along with Bill McCune on the call. The Otters lead this one 4-0. Up to the plate for the Otters right now is the speedy center fielder, Hunter Cullen. First pitch to Cullen. It's high and inside for a ball. I don't know if you're a big music guy, Bill, but that was Carlos Santana on the guitar leading us in.
You got me on Santana. What now again? On the guitar.
On the guitar, yeah. The famous musician Carlos Santana. As the next pitch to Cullen is low once more for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to Cullen. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Well, I know you're not going to like this, but I'm still a Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra fan.
I'm a Sinatra guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm a quarter paisan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The 2-1 pitch to Cullen. bunt down the third base line, using his speed, and he gets there in time.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. What did you think? What did you think now, real quick?
I thought it was safe.
So did I, but did you see the umpire? He had his fist ready to call it out when the first baseman dropped that ball.
Iriart, that's right.
Yes,
couldn't field it cleanly.
But
But you remember, the last time we were here, Iriart couldn't field the ball cleanly the past couple times, and runners were safe when they should have been out.
Right, but Cullen just got a base hit, but that umpire would have called him out. He had that fist ready to go.
That's why you got to run through the bag no matter what down the first base line, right?
Yeah.
That'll bring up David Cronin. First pitch to Cronin. It's high and inside for a ball. Count goes to 1-0.
You know, it's another thing. Hustle down that line. You know, the San Diego Padres in 1984 was in the World Series only because of
Tony Gwynn.
Well, he helped. Tim Flannery, hustling down to first base on a muffed first baseman's fielder.
As there's a strike called to Cronin to even the count at 1.
Then Garvey hits the home run to right center, and we're in the World Series. But if Flannery doesn't hustle, we spent the winter watching TV.
Oh, boy. 1-1 to Cronin. Cunningham deals. And there's another bunt down the first base line, fielded by Franco Wawu.
Oh, there's another one this umpire blew.
It looked like Cronin hustled down there and got to first base safely. Instead, the umpire calls him out. And now the home plate umpire and Andy McCauley out to the umpire to judge that call. He's complaining, and rightfully so.
Yeah, Andy's just saying, with his hands around, saying, hey, he was safe by at least 2 foot. And I'll agree with you. Both times that guy got that, I'm calling him out. Oh, boy, this guy, I tell you, he better check in with Sears and Roebucks and find out if he doesn't have to get his license renewed.
It looks like Jimmy Fields is under some fire from Andy McCauley, the manager for the Otters. And that'll bring up J.J. Gould, the shortstop.
I don't know if the fine is the same, but it's $25 if you get thrown out. It used to be, so I don't know what it is now.
Well, we'll find out when it happens, as the first pitch to Gould is fouled behind the plate.
I played 2 years here in Evansville. Bob Coleman was the manager. In 2 years, he never got thrown out. He was on the board of directors of the league, and everyone feared him.
Oh, I'm sure.
He could argue all day long, and no one ever threw him out.
The 0-1 pitch to Gould, high and inside for a ball. Count out even at 1. Cullen on second base, as we are in the bottom of the 5th. Cunningham waiting for the sign from his catcher, Nieto. Checking Cullen at second base is Cunningham. Checks him again. Kicks and fires for the 1-1. And is low in the dirt for a ball. Nieto attempting to throw down to second base, but doesn't.
That was a fake because the second baseman never moved and the shortstop didn't move. So even if he wanted to throw, there was no one there to catch it.
That was perfectly said there, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
And the count at 2-1 to J.J. Gould. Gould flies this one foul down the right field line and out of play. Count now even at 2. And Cullen, who's got wheels on the base path, is probably itching to get to third base any way he can.
Yeah.
And hopefully to touch home to extend this Otters lead to 5. And before we go any further, I want to wish my mother, Rosa, a happy birthday. It is Mother's Day weekend this weekend, so it is not only her birthday, but it's her weekend. So, Mom, if you're listening, happy birthday. As a ball on the outside corner was delivered to Gould. Count now full at 3-2.
Can I get in on that act? Mom, happy birthday. It's nice to work with your son.
I'm sure she
Enjoy the
appreciates
weekend.
that. Yeah, her weekend of not cooking. Next pitch to Gould is inside for a ball. So now the Otters have men on first and second.
What was your mother's name, Rosa?
Rosa.
Rosa. That sounds like an Italian name.
Well, Rosa Lon, to be specific. So, as we bring up Ryan Long, who in the first inning took a pitch deep to right field to give the Otters a 3-0 lead in the first. He's got runners on first and second and wants to do some more damage at the plate. Cunningham does not want to give Long a pitch to hit. Will probably pitch around the strike zone as he steps off the bag. Dangling his arm on the mound. Cunningham checks Cullen at second base. First pitch to Long on the outside corner for a strike. Well, Bill, a lot of things happened today on May 10th, including in 1967. Hank Aaron hit his only inside-the-park home run in his career.
In 1967?
Hammerin' Hank. Yes, sir. Ball, and the throw over to third is not in time.
Oh!
As there's a double steal by the Otters.
Did Andy shake up that umpire? He was out. Oh, boy, Andy.
You think it may have been a makeup call there, Bill?
Oh, you're darn right it was. Andy must have said, hey, buddy, the Greyhound bus steeple's downtown, and you're ready to go on it. And all of a sudden, he was safe. He was out at third.
Well, that's why we're not making the calls and they are. We can only judge it from our opinion.
That's true.
The 0-2 pitch to Long, check swing, and a strike three. That probably wasn't a pitch that Cullen wanted to swing at. He just couldn't get his bat back in time. That would be the second out of the inning.
That's called an abbreviated swing where you want to, but you hold up so you go through halfway. Oh, yeah. Andy, that's one of the things coaches and managers do. You go out there and you say it very nicely to the umpire. You blew it, give me the next call.
That'll bring up Carlos Castro, who has potential to do some damage at the plate as the ball gets by Nieto. Coming home to score without a tag is Hunter Cullen, and the Otters lead this one 5-0. Heads up play there by Hunter Cullen.
Well, you see what that...
when calls go in your favor, per se.
You're darn right. You're not only getting the ice cream cone, you're getting the cherry to go on top.
Don't say ice cream again, Bill. You're making me hungry.
I'm sorry.
Castro lines this one to shortstop over the head of Davis. One more run will score, and the Otters lead this one 6-0 on the RBI single from Carlos Castro.
You mentioned ice cream. That's one of the things the Otters have here in Otterville. Some of the best ice cream there is. Mr. Bussing went out and bought a ice cream machine several years ago, and I'll tell you what, it's the most delicious. And if my wife was here, I'll tell you what, 5th or 6th inning, you'd see her walking up the steps with an ice cream cone.
Oh, man,
every game she had an ice cream.
Looks like we're going to get a call to the bullpen as Cunningham's night is done. We'll take a quick break and find out who the new pitcher is for the Miners. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WEUV.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
Hi, this is Zane Clodfelter of the Evansville Otters, and you're listening to WUEV Sports on 91.5 FM.
Welcome back to Evansville Otters Baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call.
Good to see you again.
As Bill is saying hello to some fans here, as he's a town favorite.
And
so we'll try to...
His father just said I didn't pay attention. We got no hitter.
So I guess Bill doesn't really realize that he's not on the not on right now, but we'll wait for him to get back on. He's a fan favorite here. The Otters, or excuse me, the Miners made a call to the bullpen as Chase Cunningham's night is done. 5 2/3 innings. Gave up 6 runs, including a 3-run homer to Ryan Long, a solo homer to Jack Meggs, and an RBI single by Castro. The new pitcher for the Miners will be number 11, Chase Atkins, the right-hander from Powder Springs, Georgia. So, we're back on the air, Bill. Are you ready? I think he is now, as the new pitcher, Chase Atkins, is in for the Miners. He last played in the Los Angeles Angels organization. To the plate for the Otters will be Mitchell Hansen.
Yeah, I hope Mitch gets ahead. His parents are here. He struck out twice on breaking pitches.
First pitch to Mitch, called strike on the outside corner. Hansen, a native outside of Dallas, Texas, played in the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. As Atkins gets the sign from Nieto, it's a ground ball over to the second base side. Good stop by Wawu to get the out at first base to Iriart.
Hit the ball
But the Otters have managed to score 2 more runs as we head to the top of the 6th. 6-0 Otters. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier-Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier-Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier-Press can be found online at courierpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier-Press, a member of the Journal Media Group. Sheet Metal Workers Local 20 and SMACNA, the Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, have the most qualified sheet metal and HVAC contractors in the Evansville area. To find a list of our qualified union contractors, visit unionsheetmetalindustry.com.
You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 business days before any digging project. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
For those listening in Otterville land, well, you like that one, huh?
Otterville land?
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
Well, all right.
Welcome back to Evansville Otters Baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. Otters lead this one 6-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. Patrick McGuff still on the mound, doing really well through 5. Heading out to the 6th, his first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. It'll bring up Chris Atkins to the plate. Or excuse me, Joe Duncan. My mistake. As another called strike there on the outside corner from McGuff.
Mr. Duncan has gone down twice on strikes.
At least he was swinging. As he flies this one foul down the left field line. If that one stayed fair, that would have been at least a double for Duncan.
Yes, I'll agree with you on that.
McGuff pitching really well right now, having 9 strikeouts thus far. He'll kick and fire for the 0-2. High and outside for a ball. Count moves to 1-2. Now 10 strikeouts. McGuff trying to use that motivation to get back into affiliated baseball, and he's dealing here. The 1-2 pitch from McGuff. He'll kick and fire. Ooh, he wanted that one on the outside corner.
That looked good. You're right.
Instead, it's a ball. Count now even at 2. Man, he painted that one perfectly, Bill.
He did. And I tell you what, if he could pitch all the time like he is tonight, he belongs back in affiliated baseball.
2-2 from McGuff. Same location. Doesn't get the call.
Well, a little low. The same area, but a little lower. But you're right.
Count 3-2. The payoff pitch. Foul down the first base line and out of play.
That was the same location, which again the batter reached across. See, now here is where I'd give him either the slider or my curveball. But I wouldn't give him a fastball because he's looking for the fastball.
Count still 3-2. McGuff, as Duncan calls time, will step out of the batter's box to readjust himself. Payoff pitch once more. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McGuff is wheeling and dealing tonight. 11 now, Bill.
11 strikeouts, and I tell you what, he's looking good. If I was scouting, I would consider moving him up a notch. In other words, what I'm saying is if he was pitching A ball, I would call the farm director and say, move him to Double-A.
Pitching like it tonight. Swing and a miss right there from Brett Siddle, who has 2 strikeouts looking from McGuff tonight. The 0-1 from McGuff, wasting no time. Low and outside, even this one at 1. 1-1 the count, 1 out, top of the 6th on a crisp, very cool night. A little chilly here at Bosse Field in Evansville, Indiana.
Oh, high and outside. He reached for that one.
Swing and a miss there from Siddle as strike 2.
I'd come in with a low pitch around his knees right now.
1-2. Fouled behind catcher Risatello.
You will see, Gabe, that one of the left-hand weaknesses, left-hand batter's weakness, is that breaking pitch down by their ankles. For some reason, lefties love to golf swing.
The payoff pitch.
Strike
Pulled
3.
on the outside corner, strike 3. That's 12 strikeouts on the night for Patrick McGuff.
Yeah, and the first 2 batters, Duncan and Seedall, have 6 of those strikeouts. Wow, he is going crazy.
Here comes Stephen Lohr, who walked in his first 2 plate appearances. McGuff kicks and fires for the first pitch of the at-bat, way inside for a ball. Looked like it almost hit Stephen Lohr's chest.
I tell you what, you're bringing good luck to this team.
Game 1 of 96, Bill. We got a long season as Lohr calls time. Another fact today, in 1935 on May 10th, the New York Yankees released Babe Ruth, and he signed with the Boston Braves. As the 1-0 pitch to Lohr is called for a strike right down Main Street, evening the count at 1.
You know, earlier you mentioned Henry Aaron.
Inside the park home run today in 1967.
Right. Henry Aaron.
The 1-1 inside, called for a ball. Count now at 2-1.
In 52, his contract was here in Evansville.
Really?
Yes, but he never did play here. He went to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. But his contract was with Evansville.
The 2-1 is high. Count moving to 3-1.
And Henry Aaron had great speed, but they told him he could never steal because of his value, all because of Bobby Thompson breaking an ankle.
Next pitch is right down Main Street once more for a strike. Count is full to Stephen Lohr with 2 outs, top of the 6th. McGuff will kick and fire for the payoff pitch. Fly ball, right field, and foul.
Bobby Thompson, if you remember with the New York Giants, the shot that was heard around the world that won the National League pennant,
over the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken.
That's who it was. You're right. Well, he was traded to the Braves.
The 3-2. Foul ball once more behind the first base side.
And in spring training, he went sliding into second base and broke an ankle. And after that, they told Henry Aaron, you can't slide, or you can't steal. And that was the end of his running. Great speed.
I can only imagine, as he was the home run king for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Ground ball to short. Gould fields it, throwing over to Castro at the end of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Miners as we head to the bottom of the sixth. 6-0 Otters. You're listening to Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations, west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vanderburgh or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
McGuff is wheeling and dealing tonight. Welcome back to Bosse Field. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And speaking of Frank Sinatra, Bill.
I'm sorry?
Speaking of Frank Sinatra, that is the walk-up song to Mike Rizzatello. My Way by Frank.
My Way. Oh, that's because he's a New Yorker.
New York Italian. Can't get any more authentic than that. Yeah. Rizzatello steps to the plate for his third at-bat.
Oh.
First pitch is a check swing for a strike. If you remember, in Rizzatello's last at-bat, he lined a single past the shortstop, Davis, but then was later caught stealing on the pickoff move by Cunningham.
Yes, I do. And then that pitch there reminded me of his first time.
The 0-1 to Rizzatello is right on the outside corner for a strike 2.
And you'll see during the year, Mike has got a lot of 0-2s. He doesn't swing. The first time he half swing, as you said, abbreviated swing, and that's how he struck out the first time.
The 0-2 to Rizzatello, swing and a miss for strike 3.
I don't care. He's still my catcher.
Okay.
Good arm, good defense. Drives in RBIs. That's what counts.
Absolutely. That'll bring up Jack Meggs, who took his first pitch as an Evansville Otter deep to right field.
To the famous Bud Light Lime Patio. You got to be special to be out there.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Looks like the stands are full out there on the Bud Light patio.
It is.
And they're enjoying a great night of Otters baseball.
Right.
The Otters have some action in the pen, so it looks like McGuff's night will be done. As the next pitch from Atkins is way outside for a ball. Count at 1-0 to Meggs. We can't tell who the pitcher is warming up for the Otters right now. We'll find out soon. Next pitch to Meggs is outside once more for a ball. Count now at 2-0.
Well, it all depends on what Pat did during the winter, early spring, because I'd let him in.
Next pitch to Meggs is low in the dirt for a ball. Count at 3-0.
I let him pitch until he told me his arm is hurting. Or tired, whatever you want to call it. Because he's got a no-hitter. Fans out there don't realize this young man for the Otters is pitching a no-hitter so far.
I don't know if it's probably like safety precaution that Andy McCauley wants to take. We'll see. But he doesn't want to overtire him on his first start.
I know, and that's the reason you're right.
As the next pitch to Meggs is a swing and a miss. Count now full at 3-2.
I can't think of George's last name, but it was the Birmingham Athletics with John McNamara, the former Red Sox manager, and others, Oakland manager, was managing.
The 3-2 to Meggs. Check swing, and strike 3. That'll bring up Keith Griesaber.
It's got to be German. Griesaber?
Griesaber. H is silent.
Yeah, Haber, yeah.
H is silent, so it's Grease, as in the movie, Griesaber.
Yeah. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Kleine Bissel.
Griesaber is 0 for 2 tonight, as the first pitch to Keith is high and outside for a ball.
What I was going to say is when McNamara was managing, he had this pitcher, George, and he was from New York. Lazarick, there it goes, I got it. George Lazarick, he was from New York. He had 2 no-hitters here in Evansville, pitching against they were the White Sox in those days.
The 2-0, way inside for a ball.
And in
3-0 the count.
And in both cases, they had to take him out because Paul Richards was the general manager of the Kansas City A's at that time, had a rule.
As Griesaber takes this one deep to left field, going back, and it is caught.
Against the wall.
Took it to arguably the deepest part of left field, and that will end the inning. Griesaber took it for a ride, but ultimately Santana and left made the catch. We head to the top of the 7th. Your score, the Evansville Otters 6 and the Southern Illinois Miners 0. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Chapter 16, would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at IBEW16.net.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at myMarathonStation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Pretty good breaking pitch there.
And we welcome you back to Bosse Field. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. Patrick McGuff's night is done. He was phenomenal, Bill.
I'd say so.
6 innings pitched, no runs, no hits, none earned, 3 walks, and 12 strikeouts.
Yeah.
He's got an ERA of 0 so far.
Very impressive. You're right.
And we'll bring on the right-hander, Matt Rowland, who last pitched in the Atlanta Braves organization with the Danville Braves. And he looks to make an impact here for the Otters. With the Danville Braves, he had 41 strikeouts, 26 walks, was a 1-4 record with a 3.83 ERA and 13 games played.
How many innings?
He went 54 innings.
54, and he had 20-some walks?
26. That'll bring up Chris Iriart, who has not done a lot of damage tonight. He has a strikeout and he flied out to second base.
Ooh,
first pitch from Roland is behind the backstop. It'll be low for a ball.
I'd say wild pitch. Mike couldn't if he had rubber arms, couldn't have gotten that.
Next pitch to Iriart is high for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. So again, I think we should mention, Mom, if you're listening, I hope you're having a great birthday, and I know you'll be able to enjoy the weekend to Rosalind, as the next pitch to Iriart is inside for a ball, 3-0.
Well, I was going to interject something, too, with Rosa, right?
Yes.
That you told me she was 30 years old.
Yes.
So, Mom, happy birthday on your 30th birthday.
Yes. I've been learning over time that as a walk will be issued to Chris Iriart, that it is impolite to ask a woman her age. So, therefore, if you needed to guess, you should always go younger.
Well, I hate to tell you what my wife's age. I'll just say this. I've been married for 63 years, and that's enough.
God bless you, Bill.
Yes, thank you. And God bless God that gave me that wonderful woman.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. As Trey Gans will enter the dish, takes the first pitch low for a ball, and Roland is trying to gain some control. Walk to Iriart is probably understandable because of his power. But it's not good to get a lot of base runners on in your debut, as there's a swing and a miss there by Gans. Gans has 2 strikeouts out on the night.
Now, you got a record there, I believe. How many strikes Pat threw and how many balls?
12 strikeouts?
No, pitches. How many were strikes?
I'd have to go back into the records online.
Right. I was going to say he had more strikes than he had balls.
I know it was at least 10 strikes to every ball.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have too many 3-2 counts.
Now, a lot of them, if anything, were 0-2.
Yeah.
Roland will step off the mound as Trey Gans will call time.
You know, just finished that story about Paul Richards and George Lazarik. Paul Richards was the one that started that. You can't throw over 100 pitches. That was the beginning.
Got it. Pitch from Roland is behind Rizzatello as Gans was motioning Iriart to take second, but wasn't able to get there.
Right.
Iriart will remain at first as Rizzatello will walk out to the mound to try and probably calm down Roland.
And by the way, George Lazarik and the Johnny McNamara and that team, that was in 1967 as well. That was the beginning of the 100. You can't throw over 100 pitches.
Wow.
Paul Richards, a former catcher, can't believe it. But anyway, that's what they do today. Maybe let you go 110, but that's it.
The 2-2 is fouled in front of the catcher, Rizzatello. And we'll wait for another payoff pitch from Matt Roland. As the music played in Bosse Field right now wants the fans to get into the action and clap their hands as Roland tries to get this out. Put up pitch. Cold strike 3 on the outside corner. That's got to give him confidence for out number 1.
And it was a breaking pitch on the 2-2.
As Alex Santana will step to the plate.
You know, that was Gans' 3rd strikeout as well.
That's right.
3 batters had struck out 3 times. That's 9 strikeouts.
First pitch from Roland to Santana is right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah.
Looks like he used the fastball on that one. Roland getting the sign from Rizzatello. Checks the runner at first. Kicks and fires, and that hit him. It beamed him in the back. And Santana, most likely to take your base.
Wait a minute.
I could have sworn it hit him.
I swore it hit him, but apparently it didn't.
Maybe our eyes aren't as good as the umpires.
Oh.
1-1 the count after the, safe to say, a wild pitch right there.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Check swing. And it'll be a strike. 1-2 the count to Santana. Man on first in Eariart. 1 out here, the top of the 7th. Roland waiting for the sign from Rizzatella. Kicks and fires in the 1-2. Appeared to be a strike. That one was arguably right down the middle. Instead, it'll be called a ball, and the count goes even at 2. Maybe we shouldn't be umpires, Bill.
Well.
2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good pitch on the breaking ball there by Roland for out number 2.
It seems that if Roland, I'm going to say if he threw, I'm going to say 18 pitches to the 3 batters. 18, I'm going to say 13 of the 18 have been breaking pitches. That is his bread and butter pitch right there, so he better stick with it.
That'll bring up Arturo Nieto, the catcher tonight. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch to Nieto from Roland is a called strike on the outside corner.
That was a fastball.
Yeah, you can hear that from up here from the pound of the mitt from Rizzatella. The 0-1. Same location, but it'll be called a ball as it was a little low.
A little lower, yeah.
Count now even at 1. So Roland is from Marietta, Georgia, not too far from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So probably growing up a Braves fan, was in the Braves organization last year.
There was that breaking pitch. The Braves, they're, I signed with the Boston Braves, who later became the Milwaukee Braves, who are now known as the Atlanta Braves.
That's right. 2-1 the count to Nieto. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, chopper to long, fields it with his glove, thrown over to Castro to first, and in time for the out. Great defensive play there by Ryan Long as Roland gets out of the inning. It's stretch time here at Bosse Field as we head to the bottom of the 7th. 6-0 Otters. You're listening to Evansville Otters 91.5 WUEV. We had an intro from Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. And the stadium here at Bosse Field, we got Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline playing for the fans to sing along. Up for the Otters to the plate is center fielder Hunter Cullen. And if we remember in his last at-bat, he bunted the ball down the third base line and beat out the throw by Stephen Lord to get an infield single. He would later come around to score, as there's some good base running there by the Otters in the fifth. Cullen lines this one to left field, a base hit. Going around first, Ho had a second standing, and Hunter Cullen with a stand-up double. That ball was crushed.
Hunter goes to left field quite a bit, and that's good. We have two lefties with Ryan Long and Hunter. They both go to left field quite a bit, which is good because their left fielder is always shading them to more to center.
And that'll bring up David Cronin, who's playing the designated hitter tonight. Normally plays second, but he's got a little bit of an injury bug. Hope to see him out there at second later on in the season.
And he got robbed his last at-bat. And Andy let that umpire know he was wrong.
100% there, Bill. As the pitch to Cronin is in the dirt, Cullen looking to see if that ball was behind the catcher Nieto. Instead it wasn't, and Cullen remains at second base.
And Hunter didn't want to go to third because you don't never want to be thrown out at third base when there's no outs and you're in a scoring position. Don't take chances.
1-0 the count to Cronin. Atkins still on the mound. Put the glove in his chest. Check the runner at second base. Steps off the mound and calls time. Some other birthdays today, Bill. Do you remember Grover Cleveland Alexander?
Oh, he was one of my best friends when we were teammates.
Oh, wow.
What year was it, 1919?
1887 was when he was born. As the next pitch to Cronin is called on the inside corner for a strike. Hall of Fame baseball pitcher with the Phillies and the Cubs.
Yeah. They were great ball players in those days, and they didn't have the uniforms these guys have today.
Also, Dazzy Vance. His birthday's today
Vance.
as well.
Name's familiar, Vance. Pittsburgh, I think.
He led the National League in strikeouts for 7 years.
Oh, okay.
As the next pitch to Cronin is low for a ball. And as I mentioned to you earlier, it is also legendary broadcaster Pat Summerall. It is his birthday today.
Yes, Pat. Yes, okay.
The voice of the NFL for a number of years with John Madden.
Yeah.
2-1 to Cronin is lined to second base. Fielded cleanly by the shortstop, Kyle Davis. And Cronin
beat it out.
He beat it out for an infield single. Great hustle there by Cronin. He kind of dove after touching the first base bag. Looks like he's going to shake it off and be okay. The Otters now have runners on first and third with no out.
I don't know if you noticed, but Hunter was stealing third base on that particular play where Cronin got that hit. And if he didn't, I think Hunter would have been thrown out at third. And that would have been a mortal sin because there was no outs. And you don't want to be taking a chance like that.
Right.
So I see Andy talking to him, and maybe Andy might be saying, "What are you doing?"
Hunter Cullen being a little too aggressive on the base path.
Yeah, right.
And that'll bring up J.J. Gould, who has 2 runs tonight. He's 1 for 2 with single. First pitch to Gould is called strike on the outside corner.
I see your shortstop and second baseman are playing halfway in.
Probably double played that, right?
Yeah, well, they could cut the run off at home, but still be in position to make the DP, yes.
Throw over to first. Iriart doesn't apply the tag. Count remains 0-1 to Gould, as Cronin does have some decent speed there at first base.
I tell you, he really hustled down that line to get that base hit.
As you can tell, his jersey has some dirt on it. Nothing wrong with getting dirty in baseball. Next pitch to Gould, called strike on the outside corner.
You're not going to get many of those pitches. Should have jumped on it and hit it to right field. Base hit plus runner scored.
Count moves to 0-2 to Gould. He's got to protect. Atkins waiting for the sign from Nieto. Checks Cullen at third. Kicks and fires for the 0-2.
Balk. Oh, he jumped out, I guess.
The umpire calls time. I guess Gould called time right before the pitch was released.
I don't know about you, Dave, but I'll tell you what. If I was the umpire, I'd say pitch. A pitcher can hurt his arm when he's in the motion of pitching and a batter calls timeout. No way.
The 0-2. Chopper to Atkins at the pitcher's mound. Throw to home is not in time. Cullen slides safely as the ball was overthrown over Nieto's head. Another run scores.
I know, but I don't know. JJ should have been on second base.
After the wild pitch overthrow. So would that count as it's either a fielder's choice or a single? Personally, I'd give him the single. But
on that play? Oh, no, error.
Error?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he threw that wild to the catcher to get that force at home. He won.
He won.
No RBI, right?
Okay. That'll bring up Ryan Long. Takes this first pitch outside for a ball. And if we remember all the way back in the first inning, he took a pitch deep to right field for a 3-run homer to get things started for the Otters, which helps them have the 7-0 lead right now. Next pitch to Long is low and outside for a ball. And we mentioned in the broadcast that Ryan is an overall great kid. After spending some time with him yesterday at Media Day, he's just a really good overall kid. He's a family man, grounded, just really nice, treats everyone with respect, and just works hard in order to try to be the best athlete he can be on and off the field.
Well, in the short 2 years that I've known and met his father and grandfather, and I'd say he got that respect from them because they're nice people.
Long with a 2-1 count. Atkins checking the runner at third as Long grounds this one to second, while Wu throws it over to second for one, over to Iriart for first for a double play. Run scores as Cronin comes home. And the Otters lead this one 8-0.
Yeah.
As Castro comes to the plate.
Got a big hit the last time at bat. Showing off his Dominican flag with that sleeve.
Swing and a miss there for Castro as a native of the Dominican Republic. And I think what's cool about the Dominican Republic is they have produced a lot of really great Major League Baseball players.
Oh, yeah, and if you ever...
So the next pitch to Castro is behind the catcher. Into the seats down the first base line.
If you ever saw that country, I mean, I tell you what, be thankful they know how to play baseball to get out.
The 0-2 to Castro. It's a chopper to third. Lore has it. Fields it cleanly to Iriart to end the inning. The Otters get on the board again. They lead this one 8-0 over the Miners. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Or excuse me, top of the 8th. Listen to Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Welcome back, Evansville Otters baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. As the Otters have a new pitcher, the Berwyn, Pennsylvania native, number 43, Taylor Wright, from an Ivy League school, Brown University. So not only is he a good athlete, but he's a scholar. I don't know about you, Bill, but I was not smart enough to get into an Ivy League school, so I got to give credit to Taylor.
Well,
getting into an Ivy League school to play athletics.
I tell you, they just caught some of those parents paying to get their children in. They didn't catch my father. Otherwise,
you're talking about the scandal earlier this year where I think it was one of the actresses on the hit TV show Full House was involved in that.
I got into Seton Hall University because...
Oh, you're a pirate.
Yes, I'm a pirate. All because Honey Russell, John Honey Russell, who was the basketball coach, got me in.
As Wahoo enters the batter's box, first pitch from right is a ball low.
Yeah, John Honey Russell.
Right from Episcopal Academy, as the next pitch is low in the dirt for a ball. Count now 2-0 to Gianfranco Wahoo. Episcopal Academy is located outside of Philadelphia. It's one of the premier Catholic schools in the area. The 2-0 from right, way inside for a ball. Count now at 3-0 to Gianfranco Wahoo. Otters lead this one 8-0. Next pitch from right. It's ball 4 inside. Take your base, Gianfranco Wahoo. And that'll bring up Kyle Davis, the shortstop. Kyle Davis, a native of Cincinnati, Ohio. One of the few players who played for the minors last year.
There was a pretty good Davis that played with the Cincinnati Reds years ago. I think his name was Eric Davis.
I would not recall.
Yeah.
Man on first for the minors. And this pitch is inside for a ball. Wright has yet to find the strike zone, but it's still early in the inning. Probably needs to calm down, and maybe Mike might need to go out there to settle him down. The 1-0 from right. It's a fly ball, deep left field, at the track, at the wall, and this one is gone. Kyle Davis with a 2-run homer off Taylor Wright, and the minors are on the board.
You could tell, and that was underneath the scoreboard, had to be at least 390 feet because I think there used to be a sign out there was 385. So that cleared that fence. You know, we had one of our ball players a couple of years ago by the name of Sweeney actually hit that scoreboard with a home run. And you imagine the shot where you look at where the scoreboard is. It had to be 450, 470 feet.
As we bring up Joe Duncan in the top of the order for the Miners, they get on the board after the Kyle Davis 2-run homer. Still down 8-2 to the Otters.
In fact, that was the first base hit for the Otters, for the Miners.
The 1-0 from right. Inside for a ball. Count now at 2-0.
So we went into 8 innings before they got their first hit.
First hit and first run.
Yeah.
The 2-0 from right. Inside for a ball. Count now at 3-0. If I'm Mike Rizzatello, I go out there and settle down the pitcher. It's his first action in baseball in quite a while. Probably a little nervous out there on the mound. The 3-0 pitch from right. There's a strike right down Main Street.
Well, that's why they call the catcher a general. He's the man that controls the game, and it's up to him to control that pitcher. You're right.
Right set with the glove at his waist. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Looked like a fastball right there.
Yeah. The only thing is, unfortunately, he doesn't have that blazing fastball. He's got an average fastball of probably 85 miles an hour, and that's it. 86.
The 3-2 from right. Foul behind the catcher.
You know, you look at McGuff that came out and started. He probably was throwing 90, 92. That's why they were all late.
8-2 Otters. Top of the 8th. Right waiting for the sign from Rizzatello. He'll set up inside. And the 3-2. Ground ball to Gould. Backhands it with his glove. Over to first to Castro and gets him in time for the out.
That was a bang-bang play.
6-3 on that put out, and a beautiful play there by Gould. That'll bring up Brett Siddle, who has 3 strikeouts on the night.
Yeah.
I think all 3 strikeouts came to McDuff. So Wright now has 1 out in the inning. And the first pitch is grounded to second. Over to first to Castro in time for out number 2. And number 2, as Griesaber was able to field that ball cleanly in time to Castro.
You know, do you think, and I'm asking a question now, do you think that Duncan and Siddell are saying, oh, I'm glad that first pitcher's out of there now?
Probably.
Well, both made contact this time at bat.
That'll bring up Stephen Lohr. First pitch to Lohr is on the inside corner for a strike. Good pitch there by Taylor Wright. Wright waiting for the sign. Steps off the mound briefly to wait for Rizzatello's command. With the glove at his chest, sets at the waist, he'll kick and fire for the 0-1 in the dirt for a ball. Count now even at 1. In other news around sports today, in 1989, Jerry Jones fired Tom Landry after his 29-year coaching career for the Cowboys.
He was a great coach.
Next pitch is inside for a strike.
He had some great teams, the Cowboys, under him.
Roger the Dodger Staubach, right?
Yeah. You know, and he was a gentleman. Landry was a gentleman.
The 1-2 from right. Cold strike 3. After giving up the 2-run homer, Wright settles down, gets a strikeout to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. 8-2 Otters. This is Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slays Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slays Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slays Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Welcome back to Evansville Otters baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. We head to the bottom of the eighth. 8-2 Otters the score. And it'll bring up Mitchell Hansen, who has 2 strikeouts and a ground out tonight.
Yeah, come on. Your mother and father made that trip from
Dallas.
From Dallas, yeah. So come on, get a base hit.
He starts off this at-bat with a 1-0 count. Next pitch is outside. Moves the count to 2-0.
Ever been to Dallas?
I've been to the Dallas airport, and I spent a little bit of time there, as the next pitch to Hansen is outside once more to make the count 3-0.
Between Chicago, Atlanta, and Dallas, the 3 worst airports in the United States.
The 3-0 pitch is a base hit down the right field line. That is fair. Rounding first and heading to second. Standing is Mitchell Hansen. Bill, you're pretty good. You called it right there.
Yeah. Not only a base hit, but a double and a shot. That really was a good, quick bat on that.
Yeah, he wasted no time. 3-0, got the green light, and saw a pitch he liked to hit. To finish your comment,
I mentioned that Andy gives his batters the 3-0 count to go ahead and take your chance.
And that'll bring up catcher Mike Rizzatello.
Yeah.
So to finish up your comment about Dallas Airport, we had a delay at Dallas one time. We were flying in from Mexico, and unfortunately we flew into Dallas late. We weren't able to get to our connecting flight. And we waited in Dallas Airport for about 3 hours, 4 hours, and this was like around midnight. And my mother and father were extremely angry and frustrated. So safe to say that having experiences at the Dallas Airport is not very fun. Rizzatello has a strike in his at-bat, and the second pitch is way inside, called a ball. Count now even at 1.
Well, I was telling Mitch's mother and father about my exploits in Dallas Airport, which again was about 2 o'clock in the morning, coming in from Cleveland.
Oh my gosh!
And
the next pitch to Rizzatello is foul behind the catcher. Count moves to 1-2.
I got my luggage and I was going down to where the jitneys take you to Fort Worth or Arlington and different places, and I was there and I waited and. Here comes an Arlington jitney, and it passed me, and then a Fort Worth. Of course, I wasn't going to Fort Worth, so that passed me. And here comes another, about 15 minutes later, another one going to Arlington. At
2771. As the attendance tonight was just announced in the press box, Rizzatello looks like he was hit, and therefore he'll take a... No, it was a ground out, looks like.
Ground out to first base.
And it'll bring up Jack Meggs, who took his first at-bat with one pitch over the right field wall.
So anyway, here comes another jitney. It says Arlington, that one by. So about an hour and a half later, here comes the third or fourth jitney, and I jumped right out in the middle of the road, and I put my hands and stop. Again, we're talking at 2, 3 in the morning. Nobody else is around.
As the first pitch to Meggs is outside for a ball. Go ahead, Bill.
I said, how come nobody stopped? I'm out here all by myself. There's nobody here but me. Well, you weren't at the proper bus stop. I said, where is that? About 50 feet up the road. So they bite. Oh, can you? Oh. So, what a night.
Next pitch to Meggs is high and outside for a ball. Count moving to 2-0.
Yeah, good old Dallas.
The only thing I'll give Dallas is that they have some really good barbecue. I went to the Pecan Lodge, which is pretty popular, as the next pitch to Meggs is outside for 3-0. It was so popular that the line was out the door, and if they ran out of an item, you couldn't order it. They didn't remake it. Whenever they were done, they would finish that particular item. So if you wanted pulled pork that night and they didn't have it, well, you were out of luck. As the next pitch to Meggs is behind the catcher Nieto, but not enough for Hansen to steal home.
And yet, it was a 3-0 count, and you saw that batter swing at a bad pitch because they automatically think on a 3-1 or 3-0 count it's going to be a strike, so they commit themselves. That's one of the reasons why I don't like swinging at a 3-0. But anyway, talking about barbecue, you know you're in barbecue country here in Evansville. The best barbecue in the United States comes out of here. So
really?
You got to try it.
Well, I'm here for a few months, so I'll have to try to check it out. The 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4, take your base, Jack Meggs.
I don't want to give anybody any free advertising, but you got great barbecue. When I played here years ago, there was a place called Max Barbecue. Oh, was that great.
I think it's still around.
No, not Max.
Okay.
They closed, and then they reopened back in... I'd say 1990, 91 or something. They reopened, but they just didn't make it. But,
okay.
Oh, and you could go to the store and buy it in the jars. It was delicious. Max Barbecue.
So you're recommending I have barbecue for dinner tonight,
Oh
Bill?
yeah, I recommend you. And I don't want to mention any place because I'll have someone call and say I'm being prejudiced. So I'm just saying all of them. Try them all.
As manager Mike Pinto out on the mound to talk to Chase Atkins of the Miners.
I'll just say this real quick.
Go ahead.
About 3 weeks ago, we went to a place, and all I'm going to say is out by Lowe's store. And that's all I'm going to say. It's out by Lowe's. We could not get in. I couldn't even find a parking spot if I parked a half a mile away.
Wow.
That's how great that food is. But anyway, I'm not saying who it is.
Okay. It seems like every other inning you're making me hungry, Bill. Here's Keith Griesaber as he'll take a big cut for no contact on strike 1.
He hit that ball up against that left field wall, didn't he, last time at that?
Hit it to arguably one of the deepest parts of the ballpark.
Yeah.
And was called out, sadly. But at least he put some good contact on it. The 0-1 to Griesaber is a fly ball to shallow right field, and it will drop for a base hit. Hansen will come around from third to score, and the Otters lead this one 9-2.
I'm telling you, you're starting the season off right, Dave. I mean, you've given this club a great pitching and good hitting, and you're doing a great job. I tell you.
I have to give credit to the players, though. They're making our job look easy.
Well, yeah, but I think saluting your mother's birthday was a good gesture, and that's what makes you having a good night.
Oh, absolutely. Here comes Hunter Cullen, who came around to score his last time at bat after lining a double. He hit it to the left field wall last time. First pitch to Cullen, and this at-bat is a called strike on the outside corner.
In one of those exhibition games, he got three hits, didn't he?
It looks like we got a pinch hitter next at bat. David Cronin's night at the plate is done. Next pitch to Cullen is a ground ball through the second baseman's mitt into the shallow right field, and they can't seem to find the ball.
Yeah.
Great piece of contact hitting there by Hunter Cullen for a single, and the bases are now loaded.
You will notice as the year progresses that Hunter Cullen will slap at a lot of balls. And that's when he gets a lot of those base hits. Instead of taking a big cut, he'll just slap at it. And that's when he makes good contact.
So now it'll bring up Taylor Lane.
Pitch hitting for Cronin.
Pinch hitting for Cronin. Cronin did pretty well tonight. He was 2 for 4, but 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Not a bad night as a designated hitter. Here comes Taylor Lane with the bases loaded, 1 out, trying to make something happen here, not only for the Otters, but himself as well.
Yeah.
1 pitch at a time. First pitch from Atkins is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
That wasn't a good swing. If you notice, he didn't break his wrist. He just had a follow through. You've got to break your wrist in order to make contact.
The 0-1
there he
is a fly ball, center field, and it will be caught by Joe Duncan. Throw back to the pitcher's mound is in time. No run or score as Jack Meggs will be held up at third.
Yeah, that was too shallow for Andy to send him in. Otherwise, it was suicide.
That'll bring up J.J. Gould, who has flashed some leather in the field, as well as made some pretty good plays at the plate. He singled his first time up in the first inning and later on scored from the Ryan Long 3-run homer. As the first pitch to Gould will be delivered right here. And will be high and outside.
If you want to check your scoreboard, your scorecard, scorebook, I believe you'll find that every one of the Otters has gotten a base hit.
I'll go with your judgment and say that you're right.
Yeah, you got Cronin got 2, JJ's got 1, Ryan's got the home run, Castro's got a hit, Mitchell got the double, Mike got a single, Meg's got the home run, Keith just got that hit now, Cullen's got 3 hits. Everyone's in the lineup.
Everybody hits. That's the rally in baseball. As a strike is called down the middle to J.J. Gould.
So everybody can get in that clubhouse and eat that.
Excuse you there, Bill.
Excuse me. Everybody can get in that clubhouse later and eat those hot dogs and really enjoy them.
Sure. Swing and a miss there for Gould. Count moving to 1-2.
Yeah.
Overall, just a really good night for opening night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the weather was a little cold.
Yeah, but 2,771 fans, that's a pretty good, that pays for the janitor fees.
At least. Atkins still on the mound with the bases loaded as the next pitch to Gould is in the dirt for a ball. Blocked by catcher Nieto. Count now even at 2 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Cullen at first. Meggs on third.
I think it's supposed to be down in the 50s tonight, so put that extra blanket on.
If I need to. That was a good located pitch there, called for a ball. Right near the inside corner, count goes full. 2 outs, bases loaded.
Everybody is running, 3-2 count, 2 outs. And Meggs down there better watch it and run far outside when he's coming in home.
The 3-2, foul ball behind the catcher towards the Miners dugout on the third base side.
And he did. Meggs, you got to run outside because if that batter lets one go, Boy, you're a dead duck.
We'll go at it again with a 3-2 pitch. Atkins waiting for the sign. Bases loaded. Kicks and fires for the payoff pitch is lined into left field and caught.
Ooh.
Great catch there by Alex Santana, getting a good jump on that fly ball, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the ninth. 9-2 Otters the score. And you're listening to Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Evansville Living Magazine presents the historic Newburgh Wine Fest. This two-day event will be held at the Old Lock and Dam Park in Newburgh, Indiana on May 17th and 18th, 2019. The wine tasting, fine local music, and a fabulous view of the river makes this a must-attend event. For more information, phone 812-853-2815 or visit historicnewburgh.org.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
And welcome back to Evansville Otters baseball. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on the call. Otters lead this one 9-2. As there's a new pitcher for the Otters, Danny Urbeck from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Home of Snoopy and Dorney Park, among other things.
Well, I was checking Dave on another baseball game. My great-granddaughter, she has one hit in every game, but she didn't get any hits tonight.
Oh, no. Well, there's another game going on. They'll have another game, right?
That's right.
That's why you play. First offering from Urbeck to Iriart is a ball high. Count goes to 1-0. Iriart came in with the reputation of having a really big bat and with some serious power. Tonight he has not done a lot of damage as he was hit by Urbeck.
He didn't miss that guy.
So in Urbeck's first action of the Frontier League season, hits a batter. Can't get any worse, right? It'll bring up Trey Gans, tonight's designated hitter, who is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch from Urbeck is high and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. The next pitch from Urbeck is a called strike on the outside corner.
Well, you know, when you got a lead like this, and it's early in the season, it gives Andy a chance to let all these pitchers throw an inning.
Absolutely. As the next pitch is fouled behind Rizzatello. Count moves to 1-2.
You know, you got spring training, and probably most of these pitchers are, if any, through 5-6 innings at the most, generally probably 2 or 3, and that's why one of the reasons you...
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3.
He's having a bad night.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Alex Santana.
That was Gaines's 4th strikeout. Whether they call it a Mexican name. Sombrero.
Sombrero?
Sombrero, yeah. Sombrero. Well, you knew what I meant.
Probably not all the time, but there I did.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I really do a great job on the King's English. I speak more or less to the Queen and the King.
As manager Mike Pinto comes out to check on Alex Santana. So to give everyone kind of a recap in case they joined late, the Otters had some great starting pitching tonight from Patrick McGuff. He had every pitch working tonight. Went 6 hitless innings with 12 strikeouts and 3 walks.
You know, you're going to have a big decision at the end of this game. 2 more outs, and you're going to have to decide. I mean, you got Ryan.
As the strike 1 for a swing and a miss from Alex Santana.
Ryan Long putting the game away in the first inning with that 3-run homer. And then you got Meggs hitting another home run. And then you got Hunter that's got 3 hits. And you go say, which one is the outstanding player? But then you got to look at the pitcher. No runs, no hits, 12 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So
As a called strike.
I'm not influencing you. I'm not trying to influence you. I'm just telling you.
I think I've got my mind made up, Bill. As there's a foul ball behind Rizzatello. Count remains at 0-2. But overall, I think it's been a great night to start off the season for the Otters.
Oh, I would agree with you.
Had their ace on the mound. Their big hitters came up clutch when they needed to. As the next pitch is a foul ball, get past Ryan Long down the third base line. Will roll into left field as the runner will come all the way around from first to score, and Iriart gets in there safely. So an RBI triple for Alex Santana gets the 3rd run on the board for the Miners. And that'll bring up the catcher, Arturo Nieto, who is 0 for 3 tonight. 1 strikeout and 2, a flyout and a ground out. But again, Bill, just overall, it's been a really good night for the Otters to open up this 2019 season and to open up the 25th anniversary.
Well, I'll say overall, the pitching has been great. The hitting has been great. You had a good attendance. You've done an excellent job. And what else could you have to open up the 25th season?
Maybe we could have had a no-hitter, but I don't know if we could have been that spoiled tonight.
I'd love to have seen a no-hitter.
As the second pitch in the at-bat to Nieto,
we've had
even at 1.
To my knowledge, now we've had 2 no-hitters.
We had one last year. It was a combined no-hitter last time I checked. As a called strike on the outside corner. A good pitch there by Urbeck. Count at 1-2. 1 out. Man on third and Santana for the Miners. Otters lead this one 9-3. The 1-2 pitch. Foul behind the catcher towards the first base side, right by the Otters dugout near first base. Fans chanting, "Let's go Otters," as it's been a spectacular night. Fly ball in foul territory. Rizzatello can't make the catch. And he is very frustrated because he hustled from behind home plate near the dugout where the fly ball was located. He just wasn't able to come up and make the catch.
Well, I don't know if he dove after that or he fell. I'm not sure, but he ended up on his face, and it was, you got to give him a big H for hustle.
And an E for effort.
E for effort. And if you're grading, A+.
Mike's been great behind the plate tonight.
Yeah.
He's got plenty more opportunities to do some damage with his bat. Urbeck gets the sign from Rizzatello. Kicks and fires for the 1-2. chopper, easy play for Gould, throwing over to Castro, and that's the ball game. The Otters of Evansville open up with a win. And that'll be 2 outs. My apologies. Thank you, Bill, for the clarification.
Well, I tell you what.
I guess I was with the fans and trying to get out of this one with a W. But there's one more out to be recorded.
JJ made it look so easy. That's what I think threw you off. And
he did, honestly.
And the runner just trotted it home, so it kind of threw you off a little. But that happens, you know. After all, everything's going great. We're entitled to misunderstand a situation.
Maybe we were a little spoiled tonight with the spectacular play.
Yeah.
The next pitch to Gianfranco Wawu is a ball low. Count goes to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Line foul down the third base line near the bullpen of the Miners, as a couple of the pitchers needed to get out of the way, or else they probably would have been hit with that line ball.
Oh, I was wondering what those lights were down there. That's one of the groundskeeper's vehicles down there with the lights on. I was wondering why. You know, sometimes we have parties down here, Dave, and the one thing that's wrong is when they're, you know, a group, some company is throwing a night or something like that, they're all down there.
3-1 called strike on the outside corner.
They're all
now we're 1 strike away.
They're all down there discussing the politics of the day, and they're not paying attention to the game. And there's been quite a few shots down there. Hey, if you come to the game, watch the game.
I believe Ted Williams said that, if I'm not mistaken. The 3-2. Ball 4, take your base. Gianfranco Wawu with his second walk of the evening.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Kyle Davis, who hit the 2-run homer last time at bat off Taylor Wright in the 8th.
Yeah. One of my good friends in baseball, Buddy Kerr, played 13 years in the majors with the New York Giants and the Braves, and one of the finest gentlemen I ever met. And one day he said to me, you can talk as much as you want during the game, but you never take your eyes off the ball. And that is so true. You can bull crap, but don't forget to watch what's going on.
Swing and a miss there from Kyle Davis. Count now even at 1.
That was brought because Eddie Sawyer, I don't know if you remember Eddie Sawyer, managed the Phillies in the 50s, the little professor. And I was his supervisor.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
He worked under me when I was with the Kansas City Royals. I was supervisor of scouting. And I said to Buddy, look at that. He hasn't shot up all day long watching the game. And the next day I got his report. Strike 3. That ends the game.
And that will end the game. Otters win their home opener by a score of 9-4. We'll come back with the totals and our player of the game. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WUEV.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
And welcome back to Bosse Field. Dave Nguyen and Bill McCune on tonight's call. Tonight couldn't have gone any more perfect for the Otters. They get the win. They score 9 runs on 13 hits, no errors. The Southern Illinois Miners scored 4 runs off of 2 hits and 1 error. Bill, tonight was great. Great starting pitching. Great hitting from the Otters. McGuff got things started with 2 strikeouts in the first, and then when they came to the plate, David Cronin walked, J.J. Gould singled, Ryan Long with the 3-run homer to get things started, and it was 3-0 early for the Otters. Pitcher Chase Cunningham for the Miners had a tough time, and after giving up the 3-run homer to Ryan Long, it was just an uphill battle for him from there. Cunningham pitched 5 2/3 innings with 6 runs given up, 6 earned. Chase Atkins finished off the rest. The Otters would score a few more runs throughout the inning, and overall they just played sound baseball. As you noted earlier in the broadcast, at least every Otter was able to get on base, and a lot of them were able to get at least a hit. Just a really good night. Overall, really good baseball in all facets of the game. And because McGuff was pitching so good, it gave opportunities for the rest of the bullpen to get their first inning of work in Frontier League baseball. Matt Rowland came in and pitched a scoreless 7th. Taylor Wright came in the 8th, and he gave up a 2-run homer. Right after that, he settled in. He got 2 ground outs and ended with a strikeout. And Danny Urbeck, after giving up a run in the 9th, was able to finish off the game and the win for the Otters as they were able to take this one 9-4. What were some of your thoughts for tonight, Bill?
Well, I thought it was an excellent ball game for the Otters. As you say, I had spoken with Mr. Ryan Long's parents before the game, and I was so happy when he came to the plate. And they said to me, you know, we listen to you all the time, and you praise our son and grandson. And I said, yes, and I will this year as well. And here he hits a home run, and I was so happy for his parents. And then, of course, I see our new kid coming on here, Mitchell Hansen, and I talked to his parents, and, you know, I was hoping, as you know, I said, oh, I hope he gets a base hit because his parents are here and he gets that beautiful double.
Yeah, he roped that double right down the right field line.
No matter what, you can't take anything away from Patrick McGuff. I mean, he pitched brilliantly. I mean, he's a major league pitcher there tonight. No runs, no hits, striking out 12, walking 3. He was in complete control and command of the game. And I thought it was excellent. There's only one thing I'm going to complain about, and that was the umpire on first base when Cronin made that beautiful bunt. He was safe, and the umpire called him out, and Andy ran out there to argue with that umpire, and I was so happy to see that. Other than that, I can't complain. Good game and good announcing, and congratulations on your first game in the Otterville.
Oh, I appreciate that, Bill. With all that being said, who is your player of the game?
Who's mine?
Yes.
There's no doubt. It's got to be that pitcher. whatever his name was.
Patrick McGuff.
Yeah,
You forget
I guess
already?
that's it.
I'd have to agree with you. He was mine going in, especially after he was dealing after the fourth. He made things look easy. He was able to command all of his pitches tonight. He had every one of them working. He wanted to work on his curveball, and I think he got a few strikeouts on his curveball. He got a lot of swing and misses off his curveball. So between the curveball, fastball, changeup, and the slider, he's got a really good arsenal of pitches, and I think that's only going to help him moving forward throughout the season, however long he is with the Otters. As good as we like him to stick around, if he's got another opportunity to play in affiliated baseball, I think he's going to take advantage of the opportunity. That's going to do it for Bill McCune. I'm Dave Nguyen. So long from Bosse Field. The Otters win Game 1 by a score of 9-4. Tune in tomorrow at first pitch, 6:35 start, 6:15 pregame show. We'll be back here at Bosse Field. Anything else you want to say, Bill?
And we want to thank our board director down there at the University of Evansville, Mr. Paul Mattingly, who really made us look good being on the radio. Paul is the one that determines whether people hear us or not. Thanks, Paul.
100%. Paul, we thank you throughout the entire game, mixing in those highlights and the home run calls. We truly appreciate it. For Bill McCune, I'm Dave Nguyen. So long, everybody.